Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Backfire Simsport TV and welcome to the Simability V8ESC Season 13, Rounds 11 and 12 from Winton. I'm Clyde Whiting and in the booth with me tonight, as usual, and doing the cameras, it's Mr. Pete Bingham. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to Alan, who's on the chat and hasn't responded to my last message. And welcome to Australia.
Yeah, Alan's probably fell asleep.
Yeah.
Welcome to Australia. Winton, funny little track. Real V8 race here, Pete. But we were saying off air, it's a sort of, I don't know, maybe someone on the chat will give us a better description, but I think we settled at a cross between Alton Park, one of the smaller circuits, and Knock Hill.
Yeah, it's it's quite an abrupt track. When you look at the track map, if you ever look at those, it's the strangest shaped track I think there is on the network. It's got medium-sized straights, I'm going to say, that are ended with really quite complex sequences of turns. I can understand why some people don't like it. I have only ever driven it in the TCR and I loved it. It's just got lots of sweeping bits and pieces, but then there's the key feature, and the key feature is the pit lane entry. It's mega. It's like you've done another lap.
Yeah, and I always, this track, I think the worst thing about that pit lane entry, not only is it can be difficult, but the commitment cones where you have to be at pit lane speed are halfway down a straight before you get to another kink and then get into the pits, and that can catch people out. This track has been described to me as point and squirt. Do you think that's fair?
Actually, to a point, yes, because that kind of is what you do. There's only, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth turn and the sixth turn are really sweeping. So in that case, no. Where's Simon on track? Let's just jump on board with him a minute. Where's all my cameras gone? There they are. Trying to figure out where he is. Let me just do this and it'll tell me. We're already past it, so we might as well carry on with this now. So this is point and squirt territory right here. Going through those very tight hairpins, which you can see the shape of the track. It's just bonkers, isn't it? Who invented that? I know it's on what was, well, I'm assuming it's on an airstrip, like a lot of tracks are. You might know that already.
I don't know that, but I can find the answer, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I think it is. It's the shape, like a bit like Donington. That's on an old airstrip, isn't it? And then they built a new one next to it. Even Snetterton, wasn't that an airstrip? Anyway, going into turn 1 here. It's a chicane of sorts. It's quite open, and then he's going to park it, isn't he? He's going to go into the other pit lane. Go on, see what's down there. No, nothing. Okay, that didn't work out at all well, did it? Let's choose car 17, which is Rob Venn. Whoops, wrong car. This is it. So we're coming up to the one that I'm saying is not a point and squirt, which is this one. Turn 5. You feather it through that one. You feather it through the second portion of it. You feather it through the right-hander. And then you kind of feather it through a bit of a hairpin here. And then you do the point and squirt thing after that. So, majority of the lap, I agree with what the statement was. There are little bits of the track which I don't.
Yeah. The nickname of this track is Australia's Action Track.
Oh, excellent. Action.
So, we like a bit of that. And the legend that is Dick Johnson once described it as like running a marathon around your clothesline. Yeah. I can't disagree with that, to be honest.
That's class. I like that.
Right. Look, listen.
That's a Bill comment, really, isn't it?
That is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and talking of Bill, just
yeah.
in case he's watching, happy birthday, Bill.
Yeah, happy birthday. Mate.
last time out, we had a bit of a master show from Simon Trendle in the endurance race at Manicourt. Championship standings at the moment, very quickly. Simon Trendle leads the way with Adam Wright second, Kenzie Newhoff in third. Team standings, Team Chimera lead BSTV Esports Green with NQR Europe in third. Driver of the meeting, we have a tie at the top, Tony Kloosterman and Eric Blixt. The Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award currently is led by Bob Woodhouse, followed by Simon Trendle and Tyler Newitt. And the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award is led by Simon Trendle, then Adam Wright, and then Tyler Newitt. In the qualifying session, not quite halfway yet. Championship leader Simon Trendle is on provisional pole with Adam Wright second and Vincent Skilbeck in third. Now, we were saying, Pete, we were surprised that we've actually got 15 drivers because we've had more call-offs for tonight than I can ever remember. But nice to see Kenzie Newhoff on the grid.
Yeah, good to see him back. I think people are scared of this one, don't you? I do honestly, because it is quite technical. A point in the square it might be, but it's easy to die on this track.
Are they scared of the track, or are they scared of Adam?
Oh, without a doubt, I'm scared about them. No reason why anybody else shouldn't be. We're going to do a full run lap here with Simon, our championship leader, into turn one, tip it in, get a load of curb on the other side as well. Very bumpy curbs, by the way, I have to say. I remember that in the TCR. Turn 3, which is called Honda, is a lovely 90 degree, followed by another 90 degree at Nissan. And then squirt down here to turn 5. I don't think it's got a name. I don't remember it having a name anyway. Turn 6 is called Rollover. He's gone really wide there, but pulled it back to an apex. He's bailed on the lap completely, and that's the second time that I've relied upon Simon to give me a lap, and he's not done.
Well, yeah, you can always rely on whatever driver you're concentrating on to let us down.
Yep, absolutely. We'll try that again later, shall we?
Yeah, let's have a look at Vincent Skilbeck's livery for tonight.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a war one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to celebrate Anzac Day.
Camera 2, that.
Which is, I believe, is the equivalent in Australia and New Zealand of our Remembrance Sunday.
Yeah, it's a lest we forget day for our Australian and New Zealand comrades, isn't it?
It certainly is. So tonight's format, we're back to our sprint feature format for tonight. So a 30-minute sprint race with no pit stop required, unless you get some damage, followed by a 1 hour feature race, which the cars have limited fuel and will need to stop. Now, I do have some inside information. Obviously, I won't let on all of it, but he says, and then can't find it. We are looking at around 23 laps in the sprint race and then 45 to 46 in the feature. Tyres, I'm told, are not an issue around this track.
Really?
So, yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah, because there's heavy braking zones here and lots of turning right. Like lots and lots of turning right.
But they're
not as much as what you've just seen on the screen, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but they're all fairly slow turns, aren't they? More the high speed turns that tend to
yeah, you're right. In the
turn
V8,
your tyres to mush.
True. I think that well, yeah, if you're good on the gas and you don't get the wheel spin, which is almost impossible for me to do around here, in a V8 anyway, then yeah, it wouldn't heat your tyres too much, it wouldn't melt them too much, and you'd be fine. But the likes of me and you, Clyde, we'd be knackered.
Yeah, I nearly said something really stupid then, and I'll
What?
tell you what it was. I was going to say, I wonder if anybody will risk not taking tyres in the feature race, but that is absolutely stupid.
Ludicrous.
So
Ludicrous.
that is not going to happen, folks. Believe me.
Yeah.
Just watch
Um,
somebody do it now.
yeah, and another shout out to Simability, just in case you missed the video at the start. So, very proud to have them as our sponsors. They do fantastic things for people less able and less fortunate than some of the rest of us. And they modify sim gear so that they can also contribute to our sim racing community.
Yeah, definitely. And we must get Glenn back on from
Yeah,
Simability because I know he's had a new shop built, and be interesting to see how he's getting on. Now he's got some more space and see what new toys he's got. And yeah, let's just get him on and have a chat.
so we've got Adam in the new shiny metallic version of the BSTV green paint scheme.
Yeah, still nobody's given Rob Venn the memo, have they?
Let's have a look. Where is he? Where is Rob then? Oh, he's in the pits. No, afraid not. Where's Tyler? Yeah, Tyler's in the nice shiny metallic one as well. That's don't want to do that with it though. The grass out here is just as fast, Clyde.
Yeah, well, there's about 2.5 minutes to go in this quali session. Simon Trendle still sits on provisional pole. He's got 8/100ths of a second over Adam Wright, and Vincent Skilbeck still in third. So
Yeah, it's good from Vinny, isn't
Vincent, not normally known. This again, he's not normally known for an amazing qualifying. Although we know he's a fantastic racer, but this must be a track to him like, I don't know, a Brands Hatches to us. He's
it? Yeah,
probably done thousands and thousands of laps around here.
definitely. It's like driving around his backyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? The paint scheme for these Hydra Race Racing Forces car is awesome. The little details just behind the front wheels, that little pattern around the bottom of it, it's just lush. Really nice paint job. Well done, whoever that was.
Struggling to see that, and I've got my glasses on.
Well,
Must be your dodgy camera angle, I reckon.
maybe. Anyway, I like it. So, how long have we got left? 2 minutes.
We are no, we just over a minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, that's right.
And don't forget the quali session will end abruptly.
Ooh, Simon getting sideways. Yeah, and again, clean in this car is fast, which is why me and Clyde are so slow.
Yeah, just watching a few of the guys practicing the pit lane entry.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Miro was a bit wild.
Okay. I got a blimp coming. Oops. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Oh, hello. The Muse awake early.
Oh, he is, yeah. Ahoy, chaps, he says. Right, let's see if Kenzie goes in and gives us an explanation or a demonstration of how he... Oh, no, he's not. Well, maybe he will after that. No, he's going to reset and he's he's rage gassing that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It doesn't matter at that point, does it?
No.
You'll just keep your foot in and see what happens.
Let's see if he does a pit stop at the end of this. He's got.
I
Only
don't
got
think he's
2
going to have
seconds.
time.
Oh, no, there it goes. Right, okay. Right, so I need to click something like this. Yeah.
Okay, so your starting grid for the what is it? The sprint race. Sorry, it's Simon Trendle goes off on pole position for Team Chimera. Adam Wright, BSTV Sports Green in second. Vincent Skilbeck for Wheeler Bins Mayhem Republic in third. Tyler Newitt is fourth with Tony Cluster in fifth. Kenzie Newhoff in sixth, Alex Sevillano in seventh, Bob Woodhouse in eighth, Jamie Wilson ninth, Ant Woodward 10th, Nikolai Bogotyrev in 11th, with Rob Venn in 12th. In 13th is Miro Kraski, 14th is Andrew Wood, and JB Dejoux rounds out your 15-car grid.
Well done. or a lot of the NQR cars are on the grid. So, cars with issues recently. JB has had issues with his kit. Ant Woodward, if you remember from Phillip Island, was spearing off to the left, and it happened again in the TCRs. So I think there's a couple.
Did he
Hopefully
race
he's sorted
TCR this week?
Sorry, say again.
Did Ant race TCR this week? And if so, was he still having issues?
I can't remember, to be honest. I don't think he did. I don't know. Pass. I was exhausted, so wasn't paying nearly enough attention. I've got my camera trained on Vincent in third. There we go.
Okay, lights are coming on, folks. 30 minutes, fast and furious, and they're away straight away.
Ooh,
There's a
who's that?
shocker of a start by Tyler.
Tyler's been mugged. His wheels were spinning before he even took the light, so he's shuffled himself back there.
Yeah, and at the front, Adam Wright got an absolute blinder, got in front of Simon Trendle, and then Simon and Vincent were battling for a while.
Yeah, not far behind them is Tony and Kenzie, and we know how fast Kenzie can be. He's
at some point we need to have a look at that start with concentrating on Adam just to see exactly what happened, whether Simon had an issue or whether Adam's start was just blinding.
Tyler's getting muscled out of these corners a little.
Yeah, he's down to 8th at the moment.
Yeah, his wheels were already, it looked like they were spinning before the lights had even finished changing. Which is weird. I think it might be just an iRacing thing, but Adam Wright has got himself a second's worth of lead already. What?
Yeah, well, there was no delay in the green flag. It was literally 5 lights off and gone.
Yeah, bang bang, and away. He's getting hauled in already by Simon Trendle though. Simon Trendle's not doing TCR in order to focus on this. Look at Vincent. Vincent looks fighty.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I think round the first sequence of corners there was a great battle with Vincent and Simon. Simon wagging the tail a little bit there.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that too much. Oh, is that Tony round?
It is. Well, he's not hitting anything.
No, I don't think he got caught with anybody else, but that'll be one to look at.
He's himself to second from last.
Yeah, I think that was all in his lonesome.
Bob Woodhouse is gone as well.
Yeah, let's hope that wasn't...
Is he on his own? Oh yeah, he's got the tyres on the outside. Ooh.
Yeah, no, what...
Oh, lovely braking.
No, I don't think anybody else...
No, Kenzie had to get... Was it Kenzie?
No,
62? Yeah, Kenzie.
Yeah. Bob's incident must have been all on his lonesome.
Let's have a quick look. Tell you what, there's drama all over at the minute. What's going on here? So this is... Oh, this is just after it, actually. What happened here? That's Alex on his... Now inside. Oh, he's come across the front of Alex.
Yeah.
Alex had no track left. So, yeah. NQR cars, Europe and America, or standard, having a bit of trouble there. So let's have a look at the front. Yeah, his lead's gone pretty much. Adams.
Yeah, it's still half a second.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find.
But I think the fact that Vincent is looking racy, and Simon, if Adam can hold Simon up for half a lap, Vincent's going to be all over Simon. So that might be his best form of defence, is letting him catch him, but backing him into Vincent. So let's see what happened here. Was it a Chimera start? No.
Sort of.
Yeah, looked like the second phase of the start, didn't it? Because
first one
this
was
is
fine.
where Vincent got right up with him as well.
And
so
that's how Adam got his lead.
Yeah.
because Vincent pushed Simon out of the apex of the corner, and the second one as well. That's, yeah, so Adams benefited there quite clearly. Simon did really well to hold it on the outside and get the grip to get round. Right, so Ant and Nikolai nose astern. And that is Jamie Wilson hunting them down.
Yeah, Jamie's been steady. I've seen him lock his wheels a couple of times.
Right.
Actually, no, ignore that. That may have been Andrew Wood. I'm not used to 3 Chimera cars yet.
Okay.
It's only been half a season.
Yeah, Andrew's a little bit further back.
Yeah, still learning the car.
Yeah, Tony Klusterman's done alright though. He's like passed a few cars already to get back towards the front. Let's have a look at his overtake on Andrew. Just while you're saying that, this might be the lockup that you were talking about. Oh no, just on pure corner exit speed, I think, and he's let him go anyway. So that's what happened there.
Yeah, front 3 spaced out a little bit.
Yeah, Adam seems to have stopped the flow, if you know what I mean, stopped the stem.
Yeah.
Of,
Not sure
time.
whether something happened, but yeah, they've definitely got a bit more space between them now. But we're only 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, so plenty of racing to come yet. This is a horrible corner.
It is. It's trouble getting out of it, actually.
Yeah.
Arriving at the corner is fine. It's the getting on the gas, like, and measuring the amount that you're putting into that gas pedal.
Yeah. That whole section there, it's yeah. You get it right, get it wrong on the first one, and you just struggle around the whole complex.
This is Tony Klusterman behind Adam from the blimp.
No, that's Rob.
Sorry, Rob. Yeah, I don't know why I had Rob in my head and said Adam. Never mind. Not in a naughty way. But there you go. Rob's quite difficult to get past. I've been sat behind him before, and he makes the car very wide. It has to be said.
Yeah, and not. I was going to say not intentionally. I think it's more driving intelligence on knowing where to put the car rather than a NASCAR block.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he rides. He's used to racing at Castle Combe, isn't he? So it's not too dissimilar in length and layout, to be honest. So he's skilled at knowing what to do with the car.
Apart from that little wiggle.
I was gonna look over that and not mention it, but well done. So Alex and Kenzie running together. And Jamie seems to have pulled onto the back of these 2 NQR Europe cars.
Yeah, them front 3 are gone though, aren't they?
They have. They've got themselves a 5-second lead to Kenzie, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. He's usually utterly rapid, isn't he?
Yeah, Tyler's back up to 6th.
Where's Tyler? I've not even seen him much. There he is, hunting these 2 down. So we've got groups of 3, really, haven't we, in pockets?
Yeah.
If Tyler can sort himself out and get onto the back of these 2 Racing Forces cars.
Yeah, I think the front 2 are starting to drop Vincent a bit.
Move to that. From the sky. Where is he? Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely a visible gap formed there. Okay. Oh, that was a good exit of that turn by Jamie, but there was nowhere to go.
No, that's the trouble through there, isn't it?
Yeah. He just got a face full of Mustang, and that was the end of that. They do all get a bit of a wriggle, really, coming out of that hairpin there. The second one, I think it's Katomi Corner. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think it's it can be a touch of impatience. You've had to go so slow for so long.
Yeah, I want to get going.
Yeah, you just want to hit that loud pedal.
Oh, this could be an on move. This is Bob Woodhouse making his way back through.
Yeah, it's on Miro.
Yeah, just looking at the Muse message, it is quite pixelated. That must be my connection with YouTube. Hopefully that'll clean itself up. Apologies for the temporary, hopefully, quality of the stream. It'll be brilliant next time. I'm getting gigabit.
God.
It'll be like I'm really there.
Yeah.
You'll be able to reach into your screens and touch the cars. They'll look that real. Either that or it is YouTube that's having the problem. But we've had that before, haven't we?
We have, yes. We've had it a lot worse than that as well.
Yeah, true. So, Jamie not really able to do anything here. He keeps pulling onto the back of Nikolai, but a bit like a dog chasing a car. He gets there and doesn't know what to do with it because he runs out of straight, or he's not got the drive out of the corner. One of those two things being true.
Tony Kloosterman's still stuck behind Rob Venn.
I told you, Rob's really difficult to pass in any car because I've raced against him in lots of different series, obviously.
And that gap between second and third is now at 3.5 seconds.
The Muse says, Bob had a good start too, made 2 places. Sigh. The battle in front of this battle, if that makes sense.
Oh, lock up from Rob there. Gets away with it.
He does, because there's not much on that little straight, is there? Or not enough, rather. This is getting a bit hot now, and Ant Woodward just in the foreground of the shot, getting away now.
Yeah, he's loving that.
Yep. Keep back
That's
the boys.
exactly what you want to see in your mirrors.
I thought this
a
was
long
on
way
for a
around
minute.
the outside. Yeah, that's.
Oh, Rob locks
another
up.
lock up.
Gets good drive though. Look at Rob go there. He's away. I mean, Tony, you can do the outside of these turns. I've seen it done.
Yeah, well, my inside information says it's a tough track to pass on. It's either a mistake or a helping bumper to make it happen.
Helping bumper. Is that listed in the rules?
I think Rob Woodhouse has had another mistake. He's in the pits.
So I'm going to bring everybody screaming and kicking back to the last time that we drove V8s here. And if you remember, Clyde, it was the pit stop that did the entire thing. So it won't affect this one, but in the feature race, if you remember. Oh, hang on. Oh, the Mew's not going to be happy. The Mew is going to be very unhappy.
30 seconds ago.
I know.
I think something happened before then.
Oh. This is him down as crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, you're right. Yeah, if I scroll up enough, I can find the next one. In fact, I'm not going to lie, there's a few. Oh, no. Oh, that's the same one.
The same one. Yeah.
That is everything. That's all I've got. But then he does this. Is it because he's gone through the commitment line? On the chat, he's gone, right, I'm taking the piss out of him later. That's brilliant. Odd that he's entered the pits. Then he's left the pits, by the way, and then jumped to the pits.
Yeah.
Has he got issues?
Well, he took his fast repair. I saw that.
Oh, right. Odd.
So Simon is right on the back of Adam now, but it's a difficult track to overtake.
It is. And again, Adam's fast where he needs to be usually.
Doesn't make many mistakes, does he?
No. In the background, you can see Vincent. I'm pretty sure
Apart,
Vincent's getting caught by Kenzie.
yeah, apart from Laguna Seca, obviously.
Yeah. Which was hilarious, and he'll never live it down.
But yeah, you're right. Kenzie's only just over a second behind Vincent now. And that's coming down all the time. Kenzie's dragging Alex with him.
Yeah, Alex is fast, and I think he's done some time in the car now, so
Yeah.
he's getting faster. And
Tyler not really making an impression on him, is he? Unless they get behind Vincent, and then that's going to turn into a four-car battle.
Yeah, I think he is closing on them because he and Alex are travelling faster laps than Kenzie is. Vincent, however, is doing the fastest laps, but it seems like he's dropping back towards them, which is odd.
Yeah.
No surprises for fastest lap of the race. It is Simon Trendle. Let's chuck that on the screen. There's BSTV there. It's a fair spread of times, actually, isn't it? Over the course of the full thing.
It is, but it is one of those tracks, isn't it? It's, you know, if you're comfortable round here, you can get some quick lap times. But if there's places where you keep making mistakes, you need to rein it back in. And you know, a lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the time, you can gain a few places by just being in the right place at the right time when other people are pushing harder than their talent allows.
Yeah, true. That was two very different lines into the penultimate and last corner from these two. Nikolai took a much wider line, and whilst he was slower through the mid part of the sequence, ooh, that's a lot of curve, Jamie Wilson was slower out of it.
Yeah, right, listen, Pete. Something has happened to Tony Kloosterman.
Oh, yeah.
He's not behind Rob anymore.
No. Oh, that's the...
That's the end of it.
Hang on. We're doing it again. Here we go. This is it. Is it? Oh, right. Under braking. Brake bias.
Yeah.
Brake bias.
I think there was a few things happening there. I think he got what very little toe there is. He got some of that, which meant his corner entry was a bit quicker than maybe he was used to. He was closing rapidly in the braking zone onto Rob, so probably had to press a little bit harder on the brake pedal than he really wanted to.
Yeah, driving a bit angry now as well, looking at that. Jamie still piling the pressure on it. It's a Nikolai. Ant Woodward in front has just disappeared. Look at him, he's miles ahead.
Simon Trendle at the front, still not able to do anything about Adam, so don't worry, folks, you're not missing anything.
No, this is still brewing, this Tyler and Alex. Tyler's definitely caught these two now.
Yeah.
He's doing some nice, smooth, fast laps, to be fair. I wonder what he can do when he gets on the back of the group, though.
Yeah, that's the trouble. The feature race, I think, is going to have some weird and wonderful pit strategies.
And that's what happened last time, if you remember.
Yeah.
And it was all defined by the pit stop strategy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what it was, just in case anybody's watching and they can't remember.
Yeah. But that's going to be the easiest place to overtake.
Yeah. So again, same principle. Nikolai takes the biggest sweeping line, gets a bit of a better drive off that sequence of penultimate and final corner, and by the time he gets to turn 1, he's got 2 car lengths. And Tyler definitely is fully caught these two Hydro Race Racing Forces car now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Alex goes into a bit of a defensive mode. That'll free Kenzie up to have a go at Vincent. There's just over 10 minutes to go. So, what are we, lap 15 at the moment?
Yeah.
So, there's still another 7 laps to go, 8 laps to go.
Yeah. We're still doing kind of 80-second laps, so yeah, that'd be about perfect. Simon Trendle suddenly turns up the wick.
Yeah, he keeps doing this. He keeps getting right up behind Ant, can't do anything, maybe loses a bit of aero, heats his front tyres up and then has to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just throwing a few things at Adam to see where Adam is, not struggling is probably the wrong word, but, is there somewhere on the track that Simon is that much better than Adam that he can use to his advantage?
Let's just see what... I was looking at the Jamie Wilson battle then, and it looked a bit tasty for a second. So this is from Tony Cleveland, just past Miro again, by the way. And Andrew Wood, sorry. There's too many Wood somethings. Has had a little tiny excursion, but that just looks like a cut corner. So this is what Tyler sees. So going through these slower corners, Alex Sevillano Lado in front of him pulls away in the concertina effect of acceleration. Same here. It's funny, isn't it? The straights just aren't long enough to get a decent run.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a real life supercars at Winton?
I don't think I have.
I don't think I have either. And therefore, I can't remember. Is this what happens in real life?
I would guess there would be a lot more inappropriate touching in real life.
It's proper dirty, the real life one, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Evening to Canadian Crispy Bacon on the chat. He says, "Hey fellas, late joining. Did I miss anything of note?"
Yeah, you missed Tony shuffling himself back.
Twice.
Bob Woodhouse has checked himself out.
Tyler did a Chimera start.
He did, yeah. It was the dash to the back.
But apart from that, it's close racing, but a very, very difficult track to facilitate and overtake. And a lot of drivers are showing a lot of patience, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think it's the fact that they want to show that much patience. I think they have to, because they get within like touching distance, but that's about it, don't they? The track doesn't lend itself to overtaking in these cars.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be guessing our way towards who's winning in the second race because of the pit stop. I think it's quite a defining moment in the race, let's say.
Yeah. Oh, Nikolai Bogatyrov have currently sat on the reverse grid pole.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's still under piles of pressure from Jamie Wilson. And Adam Wright's got himself a bit of a gap.
Yeah, again, it's weird. I don't know. I can only assume that Simon is doing this on purpose, and like I say, it could just be the fact that the closer he gets to Adam, the more he heats his stuff up, and then his car handles badly for a couple of laps, but within a couple of laps he'll be inside Adam's boot again.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Tony Kloosterman behind and Andrew Wood, he was locking up round the outside. Thought there was going to be contact there, but
so did I, and there was a tree in the way.
Yeah, I held my breath for a second there, folks. But it all done very nicely. Well done to Tony there.
So 1.5 seconds the lead at the front, which is probably the biggest it's been all race.
Yeah, he's definitely, and he's pulling away. He is actually pulling away. I think Simon had a terrible lap last time out, a 122.36, whereas Adam did a 120.97. So clearly Simon did something that never came up on my timing screen. Maybe he just did a huge lock-up or something, or got mega wheel spin out of a corner or something.
Maybe he's used a bit too much of his tyres trying to put pressure on Adam.
Yeah.
But at the moment he's safe in second. His tail is still wagging.
Jamie still not quite able to get alongside at the end of any straight, or to stick it down the inside at the start of any straight.
No, and this is the battle for the reverse pole as we stand with
He's going to want this.
4 minutes to go.
He's going to want this so that he can help out Simon, in theory, in the next race. Good grief. Pete should not take a mouthful of wine when Jamie does something like that.
That didn't help. And Nikolai gets on the dirt a little bit.
Yeah, and it all balances back to where it was. Hey. Let's have a look up here.
Yeah, this is on now.
I think so.
Notice they've dropped Tyler a bit.
Little. But yeah, it looks like they've turned up the heat on Vincent. Both of them at the same time, funnily enough.
So this could be a 4-car battle for the bottom step on the podium.
I have to say I'm surprised that Kenzie's not a little bit ahead of Vincent. I don't mean that in the fact that Vincent's no good, but we've seen such good racing. He's so fast, isn't he?
Yeah, but it could be a number of factors, couldn't it?
Like a seat time.
We thought that was it for Kenzie for this season. Maybe he, didn't practice at all, and then it got to Saturday evening, and he decided that he loves us so much that he had to race.
Well, that's always the factor.
With no practice, so it could be something as daft as that, or it could be, we've seen this so many times where if in a driver's head, if they don't like the track, they don't do very well.
Yes. Yeah, we've had that so many times. People have said it to us in the interviews.
Yeah, and conversely, a driver that doesn't normally do very well on a track that they really enjoy can do very well.
Yeah.
But we're into the last 2 minutes, and Adam Wright has a 2-second lead up front. So, barring a mistake from Adam, I think this one's done and dusted.
I wonder if we'll get any desperate lunges towards the end of these laps.
This, Jamie,
well, that's knackered.
They both had a little bit of trouble there.
They did.
I was going to say that's probably the battle that, not because it's Jamie, because he's a very clean racer, but that one's got a lot on it.
Yeah. The reverse pole position.
Yeah.
This one, however, also seems to have dissipated because Vincent suddenly puts in super rapid laps. In fact, it's not. It's Kenzie's dropped off the back. His previous laps, Vincent was slower than those two. So, oh, hang on. Oh, we have to do this quickly. Don't want to miss the end of the race.
No, so I think we're going to get another lap.
Oh, Andrew, lots of curb. Oh, that's a bit of a wall. That's a lot of grass. And that's the end of the runway.
Yeah, white flag for Adam.
Indeed. And therefore, Simon, that's the lead there. I'm not on live, am I? Foolish boy. Oh, what's happened to Jamie? Why is Jamie all on his own? Oh, Jamie's binned it.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see it, but...
It was at the same time that Andrew Wood did his wall endeavour. What's he done here? Oh, he's looped it.
Yeah.
He's going to meet Andrew in a minute if he carries on like that. Anyway. You don't want that at the end of your race, do you? Right, let's get back to this, because this is on. Very on.
Drop Jamie down to 10th for those at home.
Oh, this is... Oh, good God. Good God. That's not good for my heart rate. Blood pressure.
It's a drag race. Next one's a left.
Yeah.
2 rights.
Is he going to be able to get alongside him, do you think? Yeah, he's got a good run. He's got a good run.
Yeah, I don't think it's good enough.
No, it's not.
Adam Wright takes the checkered flag.
There we
and
are.
flashes his lights. Simon Trendle comes home second, and I think Vincent Skilbeck will take the 3rd step on the podium. Run
Yes,
for Kenzie, but not quite good enough.
It was super close though. That was a good last couple of laps from many different drivers.
I think that bodes well for the feature race, because we needed another 5 minutes on that race.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to get that 4-way battle for 3rd.
Rob Venn's done well here, up 3 places. Gifted 2, of course, with Tony and Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah, but again, gaining them by not making any mistakes.
Absolutely.
You want to win the championship, you need to be rapid. If you want to score well in the championship, you need to be safe and steady.
Yep. Miro, and then JB to round out the field. Or the field of running cars, that is.
Yeah, well only one
JB.
retirement.
Yeah, only one. Hopefully he's still in session, and will join us for race 2. Right, let's go and find some...
Well, I did get a Bob Woodhouse connection dropped due to upload packet loss, but then got him back again, so...
Fair enough.
Maybe it was gremlins. So while we wait for Pete to click the correct button...
At the minute, I'm not able to for some obscure reason. The session must not have ticked over.
Yeah, it has.
Oh,
there we go. So, your winner, round 11 sprint race at Winton, was Adam Wright for BSTV Esports Green. Second was Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. Third was Vincent Skilbeck for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. The 2 Hydra Race Racing Forces drivers, Kenzie Newhoff 4th, Alex Civiliano Aledo in 5th, Tyler Newitt 6th for BSTV Esports Green. Then 2 NQR Europe drivers, Ant Woodward in 7th, Nikolai Bogotyrev in 8th, and claims the reverse pole for the feature race. 9th was Rob Venn for BSTV Esports Green, and rounding out your top 10 was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Tony Kloosterman comes home 11th for Never Quit Racing, and Andrew Wood for Team Chimera in 12th. Miro Hrasky for PCS 13th, JB Dejoux 14th for BSTV Esports Blue, and 1 retirement, Bob Woodhouse, NQR Europe, gets classified in 15th. So I think a little bit as we expected, Pete. Difficult to overtake, easy to
Yeah.
make a mistake. Like you say, I can't actually remember the last time we raced here because I can't even remember the race that we've just watched. But pit stops are going to be absolutely monumental, and I would be very surprised if we don't see drivers probably visiting the ladies' room, powdering their noses, and then jumping in the car and practicing their pit entries.
I think you have to. The pit lane entry here is, well, it's another racetrack, to be fair. Um, let's see how many actually do it. I'll just get rid of that off there. It defined the race last time. I remember watching various different people gaining positions by doing a particular tactic. Now, I'm not saying it'll happen again exactly as it was, but it was such a defining factor. I would expect people who were there last time to have learned and emulate it. And if they don't, I think they may become victims of it. So you can see how long that pit lane entry road is there beyond
It
Bob Woodhouse.
doubles the track length, doesn't
It
it?
does, yeah, it's massive.
The only thing for me is, you know, having the correct tactic in your head and executing the correct tactic are two totally different things.
Oh yeah, I mean, traffic becomes part of it. Getting stuck behind somebody is part of it. If you execute said previous tactic that was successful, it could go against you for one of a number of different reasons, depending on who you end up with at different points in the race. It's not an easy equation, to be fair. You know, we've got a decent track. I mean, I don't know what the... Let's have a look at the race track temperature. It was 27 in the first race. It's gone up. It's 32 now. It's not overly warm, to be fair. Who was that going in the pits then? No, it wasn't Ant. It was Alex. Oh, I don't know. I've lost him. But yeah, you're right. It can't ever be emulated the same way it was last time. It was clearly the beneficial path to take last time, as we watch Alex going round again. But yeah, it gets stuck in a bit of traffic. Gets stuck behind someone like Rob Venn, for instance, who is very good at making his car very, very wide in a very fair way. And you've got problems. It's going to impact your strategy straight away.
Yeah, I think, folks, what we're about to watch with the 1 hour feature race is the first few laps will be racy, then it will go full tactical, and then once everything is shook down and those that have got their pit tactics wrong are thinking to themselves, why am I down here? It'll all get racy again.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's exactly right.
We've just lost Vincent as well.
Oh, maybe the broadcast detail is because of other things then.
Well, the Vincent thing was he disconnected on his own, so maybe he's resetting his stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe he's seen something he doesn't like and has just decided to reset his PC. I know I've had to do that on many occasion where I've had some problems.
Yeah.
But a quick reset at half time has sorted it out.
Yeah, so there's Rob Venn, kind of
I was,
parking it on pit lane
I was
entry.
going to say that, there's cautious and there's cautious in pit lane.
It's
But he was
practicing the
actually
start on pit
slowing
lane.
down.
Yeah. Canadian Crispy Bacon says 1 hour. This is going to be exhausting for the drivers. It should make for some good racing. I think it really will. Whether they can actually affect any overtakes is another thing entirely. We've seen in the
I mean,
first race how difficult it can be.
to be fair, Pete, they've got the easy job driving the cars. We've got the difficult job trying to big them all up.
Well, this is true, yeah. And we do a great job of that, don't we? I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, there's lots of brown envelopes that pass around,
is there?
isn't there?
I
Did
think
you
I'm
not get
missing
one?
out here, folks. Where's Alex going? He's just missed a corner, and that's a
Yeah.
shortcut of enormous proportions.
Is the slowdown worth the corner cut?
What the hell was that? Oh dear, funny. Maybe he was looking for the jump. Maybe he thought he was at Bathurst.
It's a good job Carl Hardy's not here, because that Marshall post
Yeah,
there looks like
yeah.
a hot dog stand.
It
Look.
does. Yeah. Yeah. So everybody
Yeah.
turning laps.
TCR parked outside there.
46. Who's 46? Bob Woodhouse. Oops, don't want to press that. There we go. So this is the penultimate corner. I wonder if he's going to try and practice a pit lane entry. Kind of. And that's part of the danger, isn't it? It's very narrow. It takes forever.
Yeah.
There's tyres on the right there.
That bit's horrible.
It's
You've
evil.
got to get down there, and
Yeah.
then you've still got a little chicane.
Under,
And then when
under
you
pit
get
lane
carried,
speed.
up,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
everyone's gone for a kip.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's hilarious. Oh, there's all sorts that could go wrong in this race. There really is. So, in terms of the standings, that last race didn't really affect Simon too badly, did it?
No, but Adam would have clawed a few points back on him.
True. Yeah, they are the two front runners. So yeah.
If I think, to be fair, Simon gets top threes, top fives rest of the season, he's safe. But if Adam keeps winning races and Simon somehow has a horror show, then that points gap can go down very, very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't take much, and we've seen that you can have some incidental accidents here which shuffle you backwards. Some of the best drivers doing it in the last race. We'll have to see who can keep it on the black stuff.
Who are we on board with?
We are on board with Alex.
Ah, looks like he's got a sunroof.
It does, doesn't it?
Like a glass roof in the car.
Yeah. So he's into pit road now. Manages
Ooh,
to
that
avoid the
looked
tyres.
quick.
That one did look quick, yeah. And then you're taking shortcuts through those two corners for sure before you find, as you said, your pit box is shut. Which is hilarious.
Like, where is everybody?
Yeah. It's not like NASCAR. Have you seen the NASCAR pits lately? There's like 16 people stood around your car when you went to pit road. It's crazy. Oh, here we go. Checking on this session.
Yeah. We're going to be green soon, folks.
We are.
So Adam's starting behind Simon. That's going to be interesting. So your starting grid for... Whoa.
What?
What's gone on there?
What's gone on where?
Why is Nikolai not on pole?
Because Jamie is? Is that right?
I thought it was top 8. Perhaps it's top 10.
Maybe it's top 10. Top 8 in
fact,
TCR.
it is top 10. It is top 10.
We've just lied to you, folks.
Lying. Yeah. Apologies. In breaking news for us, Jamie Wilton goes off on pole position after purposely spinning his car to finish 10th.
Hey.
Rob Venn goes off second for BSTV Esports Green, and Nikolai Bogotyrev is demoted to third place for NQI Europe. And Woodward, NQI Europe again, goes off fourth. Tyler Newitt, BSTV Esports Green, in fifth. Alex Similiano Lado in 6th for Hydra Race Racing Forces, and same team, Kenzie Newhoff in 7th. Vincent Skilbeck goes off in 8th for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic, and Simon Trendle in 9th for Team Chimera. Adam Wright goes off 10th for BSTV Esports Green, and Tony Kloosterman 11th for Never Quit Racing. 12th, Andrew Wood goes for Team Chimera, and 13th, Miro Haraski for PCS. JB Dejoux starts 14th for BSTB Esports Blue, and Rob Woodhouse with it all to do 15th for NQR Europe.
I think we are revving engines, are we? Oh, I better get rid of that, eh? There we go.
Not seen any lights yet, but we did give him the extra 2 minutes.
Yeah, and we've got Tony Kloosterman yet to join the... Oh, he's not
Here
joined the
we go.
grid. He's not joined the grid.
Lights are coming on. He's going to have to start in the pit lane. And we're away.
Oh, not good from Rob.
Oh, look.
He's
trying to get through all the grass. That's Ant Woodward, I think.
I don't know who's here at the minute, to be fair. I know that Nikolai is the one that's nailed it and gone.
Yeah, I think Ant Woodward was attempting an overtake on the grass on Rob Venn.
3 wide, I think. Oh, maybe 2 wide
Thought
twice.
there was going to be a hit check there.
Yeah.
Tony Kloosterman is running.
Yeah, but way down. I think he started out of the pits. Oh, we're piling round here. Simon Trendle's ahead of Jamie Wilson now. Jamie Wilson didn't have the best of starts at all. Kel Surprise on a Chimera car start.
Oh, something's happened to Rob Venn.
Where? Oh, God, yeah. Missed that one. He's been off twice already. We'll come back to that because this is a bit too close all back here. It's a good view though, isn't it? A whole load of supercars all coming down the straight there. Oh no! Jamie! Adam's not going to be very impressed with that.
Yeah.
That's Jamie getting his braking point all wrong. You could see it in the behaviour of the car.
Do we start a conspiracy theory?
Always. Go on. What?
Did that just help teammate Simon in the championship?
Oh, without a doubt. Absolutely. Oh, Nikolai's been caught by Alex already.
But seriously, folks, Jamie Wilson isn't that type of driver.
No,
so
definitely not. No way. No way.
that was tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, that's Alex for the lead, and he's got this done. That's lovely. Very great. Oh, has he?
Has he?
Has he?
Has he?
Not sure he has, you know. Oh, still don't know. Still not sure. No, has he? Answers on a postcard.
Well, Nikolai was very conservative on the brakes.
He was. He did good, though, to stay alongside. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Come on. This is going to crowd up behind him.
The viewers quite correctly pointed out from 15th and last, Bob Woodhouse up to 9th.
Eh? Oh, yeah. 6 places. Nice work. So, Alex wrestling that car around the corners there. Doing a great job, getting ahead. Whew, dear me. How many races have we watched in the last 2 seconds?
Yeah, Adam Wright's going for reverse pole and race 3.
He's going to be furious, isn't he? I would be.
Yeah, I think he will be very angry at the moment. But when he sees it back, he'll realise that it was just a fluke mistake. you just see Jamie come from nowhere like an Exocet there. Obviously moved out of the way because he didn't want to take his teammate out. And unfortunately, Adam was the one that was going to slow him down.
Yeah.
But you see there Jamie moving over. We didn't see it all, but Jamie did move over, let everybody go past, including Adam.
Oh, he got it. Yeah, he was way off, wasn't he? Gets around the next corner and then parks it for a sandwich, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's one of those incidents where you're so close to the car in front
Can't see a brake point.
You're like, oh, that looked like my braking marker. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
And it's too late then. And like I say, he happened to have his teammate in front. So there's no way he's going to risk taking his teammate out. And yeah, just unfortunate. But Adam may not know that.
No, true. I'm just going to go and see which chat they're all in. Yeah, they're in separate chats. So yeah, he probably won't know that.
So this is a battle and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's... well, I think this is the battle for first place. Oh, it is. It is the battle for first place.
It is all...
Yeah.
The whole top lot down to Simon Trendle.
That's right. And it's tastiest at the back at the moment. Because that's Simon, Kenzie and Vincent, who are, well, three of the fastest ones in this field at the moment. Adam, you would argue, should be up here, but he's not.
Yeah, I'm interested in how Vincent's going to go in this one, because he could have had a technical issue and maybe that's why he had to disconnect at half time, or is he just running an extremely aggressive setup and basically
maybe
burned his stuff up really quickly?
Yeah. In an out of character way, Simon looks very pushy at the minute.
Yeah. Talking about pushy, evening to Mary Jackson on the chat.
She's gonna punch you, you know.
I'm a dead man walking, mate.
Yeah, you are.
Ever see her face to face? That's it.
Yeah, that was the last we saw of Clyde. We're gonna have to arrange a trip up to Canada, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
See Mr. Kloosterman, see the Jackson family, run away from them quickly after all the abuse we've given them over the years for, what was it, car 13, car 1.
I think we should go when Chris and Mary have another baby, and then we can say that we're going to see the Jackson 5.
That's brilliant. It's going to happen though, isn't it? Because I think he's trying for some sort of hockey team.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And to be honest, knowing how ugly Chris is, they've obviously lucked in with Mary's genes with the children. So
I think so, yeah. I mean,
whether Mary's going to risk it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good triple whiskey, isn't it? I mean, if he was walking towards you, you'd cross over, wouldn't you?
I'm pretty sure Mary puts 2 bags on his head just in case the first one pulls off.
Yeah. Oh, this is what is it? I can't remember what it is. That's it. Cheers, thanks. Metallic green car coming through. Get your non-metallic car out of the way, please. So that's Adam making his way back through the field. He's got a very long way to go. What is that? That's
Andrew Wood locking his tyres up again.
Yeah, his brake bias.
That a lot tonight.
Yeah, he needs to move his brake bias back quite a lot, I would think. You can talk us through Chris Jackson's last message. This is pretty tasty here. This is, well, it's kind of Alex trying to get away now, and Nikolai Adam, sorry, no, he's way back. Nikolai, Ant Woodward, and Tyler, with a whole load of people sat behind him, all sugging it out for second place now.
Yes, strong showing from, I know it's a reverse grid, but strong showing from NQR Europe at the moment. They're holding station, and they've got some fast chargers behind them.
Yep.
So let me have a look at my inside information for this race. Hit as early as lap 11 or as late as lap 32.
It's a big window.
That is a big window.
Now, maybe that's what caused the strategy that won last time to be so effective.
Well, I can't even remember what the strategy was, so you can tell us all once the pit stops are done.
Yes.
I have a feeling I know what it is, but...
Yeah.
So I think
sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I think Ant's getting a little bit defensive.
Very much so, yeah. He's stacking it up. Sorry, this happened.
Andrew again.
Yeah.
There's a horrible...
Oh,
there!
God, yes.
You know, now,
you were just about to say it as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, about 5 minutes into the first race, I remember having a horrible accident here because there used to be a really weird curb on the start-finish straight.
Yeah.
And every bit of footage that I looked at, I couldn't see it. So I thought, it's not worth mentioning it because nobody's going to see it. And there it was.
Yeah. Right, so that's that one. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Adam's just passed Miro for another position. It was a let go, so I'm not going to...
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't much of an overtake, to be honest.
No, it wasn't. No. He kind of got near him and spooked him a bit, I think. But Miro is a great driver. He gets out of the way and no... He does really well, to be fair. He gets points every race because he stays clean.
Crispy Bacon says, does anyone know if we're going to see the Camaro anytime in the future?
You will do if you go to NASCAR.
It's, unfortunately, it's one of those from iRacing, #soon.
Wasn't there a conversation about a Japanese manufacturer coming as well?
Yeah, it just depends on what you believe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think we did have something as he busily scrolls through Discord to find out where it was.
Well, that's odd. Why would you pull over in pit lane and then reset to your own pit box? Odd. Never mind.
Yeah, so it looks like iRacing have got all the data, but as yet, no release date. But that's how iRacing works sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will hype train something and get everybody really excited about it coming out, and sometimes they just drop it. And nobody knows it was coming.
Look at what they did with the UK BTCC tracks. They've had the license for years, and they were like, yeah, we're going to do all this. What year was that? 2017.
Yeah.
What is the Japanese supercar in V8s Australia? I can't remember now.
It used to be a Nissan, didn't it?
Nissan, yeah, it was. It was a Nissan. Yeah, there was talk of that like 2 years ago, and that never came to anything. Maybe it was a year ago, because these guys were 2 years ago, weren't they?
Yeah.
So this is still hot and very, very tight racing for, what's this, 2nd through 7th. So we've got 6 cars here.
Nearly a quarter of the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Muse got it all worked out. It's true. They release a car, they make it mega fast compared to everything it's in with, and then they absolutely annihilate it on the next update. So, yeah.
And that, folks, is how you get everybody to buy the new car every
Isn't
time
it
it gets
just?
released.
Yes. Absolute sales tactic, but it works. It works. Otherwise, you donate an I rating every time you show up. I mean, look at what they did with the TCR and the Audi. So it was rubbish for 2 seasons after the other ones were released, and now it's the best one on the track.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting there anyway, I should say. The Velocitor's now the OP TCR, I think. Even though the people driving it wouldn't admit it.
I knew that. Right, so pit window is open.
Oh yeah, by 1 lap. And nobody's taken it just yet.
I work out in my head whether somebody like Adam Wright would go for it, but he's got such an expanse of clear track in front of him at the moment.
Yeah.
There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the first to
There's
bling.
3 in.
Brought a whole pile of cars with him.
Tyler Newitt, Simon Trendle, and Bob Woodhouse. All up on the jack, so they are taking tyres. Oh, that was a great stop.
It was. That was excellent. So, Tyler's out, Simon's out. Where's Bob? There he is. Not that far behind. So, a good series of stops from those 3. Meanwhile, out in front, he's got himself 3.5 second lead, Clyde, has Alex.
Yeah. It was all stacked up, wasn't it? Nikolai and Vincent. I think Simon was in there. Tyler was in there.
More coming to pit road, Clyde.
Yeah, that is Ant Woodward and Vincent Skilbeck.
Yeah, I was watching those 2 cars in particular because they were technically the next in. Oh, Adam Wright has followed them, look.
Yeah, he nearly didn't.
Oh, really? Really?
He nearly missed that turn.
That's class. Jamie Wilson in the background as well. Let's make sure that nobody does any naughty stuff. Vincent's on the jacks. Adam's on the jacks. Right, so.
On the jacks.
And there goes Tyler. Tyler takes the lead of this group. Oh my god.
It was very close.
That was more than very close, Clyde. Good grief.
So we got top 7 haven't stopped. Second 7 have stopped. So half and half split at the moment.
Yeah, and I wonder what Alex is... Just as I was saying, I wonder what Alex is going to do
Yeah.
then. He's reacted.
I think he had to.
Yeah, I don't know that this isn't going to work badly for Alex. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see where everybody else is at that point in time. Tony Klusterman clearly thinks it's time to keep going. As does Nikolai, who is technically the race leader at the minute. Kenzie, technically second. Miro and Rob Venn. So Alex in pit road. Who's the first one? Tyler. Here comes Tyler. Is Tyler going to be able to overhaul Alex Lado?
No.
I don't think so.
But
no, he's not.
He's a lot closer than he was.
He really is, yeah. Okay. So, the remaining cars, Clyde. Are they committed to a strategy now of just go very long?
Yeah, they've got.
They've
surely
got to,
they're going to, haven't they? If they haven't, we always say that there's 3 pit stops. There's as soon as it opens, exactly halfway, or just before it closes.
Yeah. But in these cars, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It doesn't always work that way.
The halfway one is usually the slower option, but the safer option, if you want your tyres to feel the same for the whole race and things like that.
Now, it just said JB crashed, but I think this is, when the car stops on track, it records.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he did.
No, he did. It was a bit of grass cutting there.
Yeah. And it's because he slowed so much, it classed it as a crash. But he's let everybody go past him, so that's fine. Never mind. We'll carry on. He's a good driver, JB. He's getting really good in the TCR.
Yeah, and he enjoys the V8, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's a car you really need to learn. If you're racing on the iRacing service, this is the car to at least get an eye in on. I was speaking to Wobbly and Gary about it when I was in Holland at Wobbly's last weekend, I think it was. It seems like a week. It seems like a month ago. But yeah, we were discussing. They didn't necessarily agree with me, but I'm still of the opinion that this car gives you all the education you need to drive other cars well, even front-wheel drive cars. I'm better in the TCR than I used to be, only because of these cars.
Yeah, I think if you want to be quick in this car, you've got to put the seat time in, and you can be like me and you and put loads of seat time in and still be rubbish. But for pure enjoyment, if you're not worried about results, it's a fantastic car to drive.
Yeah. Personally, I think Rob Venn has chosen the worst of the strategies there. Oh, did he have to? Just one sec. I think he may have had to. No. Do you know that's gone down as a crash? Can you believe that? It's ridiculous. Anyway, it's just SDK doing SDK things, I think. Okay. So, Rob's going to come out second off last, and that's only because Andrew Wood, I think he's not even in the session anymore, I don't think.
No, he's gone. He went a long time ago.
Oh, right, okay, that's sad, but, happens occasionally. Right, let's have a look. Something going on at the front here. Nikolai. What did Nikolai do? Oh, he went to pit road.
In the pit, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, a weird time to pit, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit not one thing, not the other. When did you say the end of the pit window was? Like lap 32?
32, something like that.
Well, we've only got 2 races that haven't been... 3, sorry, because Tony came out of the pits at the start, didn't he? So, yeah. Oh, what's going on here? can't select a car. Why can't I select? Oh, I am doing. There we go. So Nikolai's dropped right down to 10th. I'm pretty sure he was higher than that when he went in, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you'll get 3 of them back, won't he, with pit stops.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to leave you on this battle. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, but as Pete was alluding to there, I think Nikolai was running second behind Alex, and Ant Woodward was with him as well, and Ant is currently 7th. So yeah, it looks like I think what Pete was going on about with the pit stop strategy, I think everybody came in as soon as they possibly could last time we raced here, and or those that came in as soon as they possibly could got their way to the front of the field. So 25 minutes gone. Top 3: Kenzie Newhoff, Tony Klosterman, Nero Hrasky. None of those have pitted. Alex Cibiliano Lado in 4th is the first of your cars that have already pitted, and then the rest of the field has Tyler Newitt currently in 5th, Simon Trendle in 6th. Adam Wright is up to 11th at the moment. Yeah, Canadian Crispy Bacon is asking, not really asking, but mentioning 2 stoppers. No, we believe that even those that stopped very, very early can go all the way to the end in this 1 hour race. It's not a high fuel usage circuit. There's not a lot of flat out top gear straights. But you never know. See if somebody judges it wrong.
Yeah,
but we think, apart from the top 3, everybody else has done their one and only.
Yeah. No, there's also JB. He's back in 12th. He let half the field go past, if you remember, when he had a little bit of a moment. So he's also there. But Vincent closing in very rapidly on Ant Woodward at the minute. Ant Woodward doesn't seem to have the gremlins that he's had in previous races, which is great news.
Yeah, he'll probably end up in a wall now.
Yeah, my cursors are very strong. Yeah, this is a one-stop race anyway, isn't it? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, a couple of messages on the chat about 2 stopping and things like that, but no, it is. I presume the tactic that won it last time was pit as soon as you can.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
If you remember, we were watching replays of people getting passed in pit road last time by the winner of the last time's race, who pitted as soon as they, in fact, earlier than we expected them to. So the Nemela effect kicks in quite harshly, to be honest. Where is he anyway?
I don't know. I think he's died again. I think we need to wait for him to be resurrected.
Yeah, that's a lot of death, isn't it, for one person? Miro peels off for his scheduled stop. Oh, and that's why I'm on this. Yeah. It's easily done, that, you know. It's a very sharp turn.
It's horrible.
Through the sheep gate.
There's three different things in that pit lane that can catch you out.
Yeah. Entrance to the pit road.
Yeah, there's that right-hand turn at the start. There's the cones where you need to be down to pit speed are not just as you get onto the actual pit lane where they normally are, and you've got that little chicane.
Yeah. And the little chicane, even though you're taking it slowly, He's still going pretty quick, to be fair, even in any car.
Yeah, and as Miro just proved, sometimes too quick.
Yeah. So Vincent, at the minute, in 7th place. Now, he's only up 1 position from his start position. And there's only one person to pit, and that is, ahead of him, that is, and that is Kenzie. Kenzie's out in front at the moment by 2 point something seconds over Tony, who's yet to pit. Or less than 2 seconds. Oh, it's kind of bobbling up and down. And then there's a massive 22 seconds back to Alex, who is, I suppose you'd argue, the technical leader of the race, wouldn't you? Because pit stop's 42 seconds. So
to me, it's how far are Kenzie and Tony going to drop down this field?
Well, by maths, of which, if anybody's ever watched before, I can't do maths. 42 seconds. It's going to put Kenzie back to 10th. And that seems quite brutal.
But then, will their stop be shorter because they need less fuel?
No, because you need the same amount of fuel in a one-stop race as everybody else, so it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. You'd have to be tucked under somebody's wing fuel saving for the entire race to reduce the amount of pit stop still time, because the distance you travel is going to be the same. Unless Kenzie is the master of fuel saving, I think a 40-ish second lap, 41 seconds I'm going to go with, pit stop rather, is par for the course at the moment, looking at the times.
Adam Wright is all over the back of Nikolai at the moment.
Yes, he is. He's just coming through the centre of the... no, he's just come out of turn... into turn 5, I should say.
Yeah, this is for 9th.
Yeah, he's going to be a bit frustrated with this race weekend, isn't he? After what happened in the first race. No. Did all that happen in the second race?
Yes.
Yes, sorry, yeah. Seems like such a long time ago. And Pete's got such a short memory. Even with the freshest tyres, it's hard to pass. It will be hard to make up roughly 20 seconds. That's from Canadian Crispy Bacon. It is terrible for passing. You are waiting for other people's mistakes, but as was mentioned at the start, it doesn't mean you can't place your car in a position that puts another car off their ordinary line. But in order to do that, you've got to get some sort of run, haven't you, Clyde? Or a better drive off a corner. And
yeah,
these guys are so good that they balance each other out.
The trouble is, on most of the tracks that are difficult to overtake, you've at least got one or two places where you can get half a bumper on the inside of the car in front and give them a decision to make.
Yes.
Here, it's just impossible. Unless the car in front of you makes a mistake.
Yeah. I'm going to take back everything I said about Kenzie in the last race. Because... Was it Kenzie? I can't remember. Because even Simon Trendle, as fast as he is in this car, is not able to do much about the cars in front of him on this track. I do fear that Kenzie's going to come out like miles down the field, and in like 10th or 11th maybe. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I saw Vincent getting a bit racy a second ago, coming out of the final corner there.
But I suppose Simon, with his championship head on, he's not going to make too many risks when he's up there in 5th and his closest rival is in 10th.
Exactly. He's going to get a bag full of points on his closest competitor. Who's in third? I can't remember what you said originally. It is Kenzie, isn't it?
No, it's
In the
Adam.
champion. No, in the championship.
Yep.
It's Adam. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, because is it Tony that's second at the minute? I can't remember.
No, Adam.
Adam's second. Kenzie's third.
Kenzie's third.
Right,
Tony's
okay,
fourth.
yeah, cool. So yeah, that's going to be...
But this, well, no, I was going to say this could push Kenzie up, but it's not going to, is it? Because
I don't think so, no. Yeah.
He's going to drop quite a few positions. Little twitch there from Tyler.
Yeah, not enough though, is it? Each time it's just not quite enough for Simon to do anything about it.
No, but you know, I was told that tyres are not a problem round here. What about 40-minute-old tyres?
Yeah, that could do it. It might be that tyres are not an issue as long as everybody's got the same ones on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If there's a big balance in the tyres towards the end of the race, then you'd think Kenzie's got an advantage, but we've seen how hard it is to overtake. Is it going to be super difficult for him to get through?
And I think that's what Crispy was alluding to on the chat. Even with the faster tyres, it's hard to pass.
Yeah.
But those faster tyres might give you the opportunity to get that half a bumper up the inside.
As we just nearly saw there, with Ant Woodward getting mega wheel spin off the previous corner coming out of Katomi corner. And then on Falcon Straight here, he didn't get the best of drives, and now Vincent's crawling all over him. There's two very... where's Vincent gone? There's two very close battles. There's this one, and then there's Tyler and Alex ahead. Not Tyler and Alex. Tyler and Simon ahead.
Yeah, and certainly under some pressure at the moment.
Yeah.
He's going to be sweating like Jimmy Savile in the hospital.
He is. Is there a website with the championship standings? Just one sec. Let me copy this for you. Oh, control copy. How's the Mew been watching for so long and doesn't know that we've got a website?
I don't even think it's a real person. I think it's a bot.
It's a bot, is it?
Yeah.
I've just put it in the chat anyway. We're on drop weeks now, aren't we, with this?
We are, yes.
Yep.
Yes, halfway through our 13th season.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? What's this, 7 years or 6 years? Can't remember.
This is year 7, isn't it?
Yeah. JB's found his way to the pits. Why is he not on his jacks?
He's doing the no tyre stop.
He's doing a very long stop. He's in there for a minute already. It's an odd one.
I think he's gone for a foggy.
Oh, really? With 3-ply toilet paper?
Yeah.
Cool. The Mew. Well, to be honest, I get most of it from the commentary. Thanks, Pete. That's class. Oh dear, that's funny. That's proper made me giggle. Right, why has Vincent dropped off the back of Ant Woodward so much?
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Well, there's nothing on the timing screens this time, as in the event tracker, I should say. So, whatever it was probably a mega amount of wheel spin or something, incident. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, that's Kenzie in.
Right then. I'm going to stay with this, because this should be fairly interesting. We're going to have to count the cars. We're looking on the track map for car number 8, which is Alex. Where's that? Oh,
now.
Here we go, yeah. There, we should see Alex go through. There's 1, 2, 3. I think 10. What do you reckon? for.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out about 10th, but
I think he's coming out in 7th.
that was a short stop, I
It
think.
was. That was really, really short. All right, then he's out in 8th place. So not as far down as I expected. We'll go over to where Tyler and Simon are duking it out at the minute. I expected worse than that, Clyde. Oh, how long was he stationary for? 39 seconds. That's the fastest stop that we've had. And all of it was in his pit box. The benefit, I mean.
I think those that stopped early, although they topped up with fuel, and you're right, you need the same amount of fuel, they still had to wait for the tyres to be changed.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas those stopping now are putting fuel and tyres in and getting out quicker.
Yeah. And Tony's yet to pit, of course, because he started the race from pit road, so he's still technically out on no pit stops, even though my my STK says he's been in, because that's where he started. Right, who have we got battling? We've got, well, Kenzie's now come out right behind Bob Woodhouse. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that, because Bob's quite quick.
Yes. Yeah, Simon's doing that thing that he did in race 1 with Adam. He's closes right up to Tyler.
Yeah.
And then backs off again, and then closes and then backs off again.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, wow. Right, Kenzie not messing about, and Bob's letting him go. Bob didn't want any part of that at all.
No, well, Kenzie has got his 4 new feel goods, hasn't he? So.
Oh, very good. Yeah, very, very true. Yeah. He's how much newer is his time? 16 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the benefit he's going to feel now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering, that say it is very, very difficult to overtake, but the extra traction that these guys are going to get on corner exit might just be enough to get a nose on the inside for corner entry on the next corner.
Yeah. Right, so these two pitted on the same lap, I think. No, the same lap. This is Vincent and Ant Woodward. Vincent suddenly caught up with Ant Woodward. He did a lap 4/10 faster last time round. And this would put him into 5th place. It's funny, we're going to end up, I think, with some people on the podium this race that we don't normally see there, purely for the fact that overtaking's so hard here.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to get on this podium then that we don't normally see?
Well, maybe not normally see, but not in the order that we're going to see them. So I think Alex, given the fact that he's 2.4 seconds ahead and doing great laps, may end up staying there. He's never won a race before, has he? Has he?
Do you know, if I had to put money on it, I would say he has, but I might be making that up.
I think you make it. I'm going to go and look. He's only raced this season, hasn't he? You're going to say no now, aren't you?
I don't know.
Right, he didn't win race 1. He didn't win race 2.
I've been to sleep and I've had apple juice.
All right, okay. That apple juice is a killer. Eric Blixt won race round 4. Nope.
Yeah, just to reply to Crispy Bacon, I think Tony's in that situation now that he's made his bed and he's got to lie in it. I think he's going to pit as late as he possibly can and have the best tyres on the track and just see what he can do.
So I can officially update you with the fact that Eric Blixt has done some great laps and has won stuff, but Alex has not. So
That must have been last year then. I don't think this is his first season. I honestly
No, I
don't.
don't think it's his first season, but I don't think he's been on the top spot. These two need to hurry up because the car behind them is Kenzie, who's on really good tyres, like the best tyres he will ever have felt in any of our V8 races, I think. And he's closing in on them so rapidly. He's like 1 point. He's a whole second faster than the cars in front of him a lap at the minute.
Yeah, and is it Ant and Vincent
Yeah.
are going to be feeling like they're running on rims and not tyres by
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they'll be sliding through the corners, they'll have wheel spin out of the corners, or just lack of general traction. Oh god. Vincent strobing in and out there. What's the stream look like at the minute? Is it still pretty blocky? It is. I can only think that that's to do with YouTube, because there's nothing wrong with my ping.
Yeah, although I'm obviously watching the stream as well, so I can see
Yeah.
what people are saying, but it's not that bad because I can still read the standings.
Yeah, oh, we've had it
I normally
before.
know how it's bad when I can't read what's going on,
Yeah. Ooh.
even with my glasses on. Okay, so that'll be Tony in. And again, to answer Crispy Bacon, no, the cars are limited to 70% of a full tank, which should, in theory, mean that nobody can go a full race without stopping.
Right, Tony comes out in front of his sister teammate Nikolai. However, he has 16 laps again. No, what? What's that? 20. Yeah, 16 laps better tyres than the car he's come out behind. So I would expect there to be some redress there somewhere.
Yeah, inside the last 15 minutes, Tyler is making no impression on Alex at all.
No, that's what I was saying. He's not even pulling onto the back of the car, is he? Oh, hang on. Tyler. That's torn it.
It's a gift for Simon.
Isn't it just? Like he needs any gifts. Let's have a look at what happened. Oh, crikey. I'm just pressing random buttons now. I'm that excited by that. Not excited in a good way, by the way. So what happened here, then? Oh, it's this turn again. The penultimate turn seems to catch so many people out, including Tyler. He's usually so careful. There goes Simon.
Just looked like he carried too much speed on the way in.
Yeah. And the brake bias maybe caught him out with older aged tyres. I'm not sure. They shouldn't be feeling that bad. But yeah. Now, oh crikey, what's that? Is that on Woodward?
That's Ad. Yeah, where's he going?
All out of shape. He got a tyre on the grass, I think. Oh, and Vincent passed and Kenzie passed. So Kenzie's now going to be crawling all over the back of Vincent with tyres that are, what's that, 15? Yeah, 15 laps newer, fresher, whatever you want to term that as being.
Yeah, but Kenzie caught up to this. It was a battle at the time, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
But caught up rapidly, as you were saying, a second a lap. But he's sort of stalled out now.
Yeah, I think it's that overtaking difficulty thing. I mean, we've seen it quite a few times now. Even the fastest racers get behind a car and struggled to actually pass it. He's got some good lines through some of these corners though. Look how much he pulled onto the back of Vincent just then. And like you say, Vincent's probably done a gazillion laps around here. Oh, Tony's back in the pits. What? Eh? Can you just check incidents for me?
No, because that would have been a drive through.
Oh, of course it would. Of course it would.
That's more of a penalty.
For
pit lane speeding or
well, that'll be 40 seconds then.
Thing.
So he's not going to get going for another 10 after this, if it is a penalty. So let's see if Clyde's right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Nope, he's staying there. So I don't. Oh, there we go. A little bit over that time, but
yeah,
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah. Incident point wise, we haven't even got anybody in double figures, so.
Okay.
And we're coming up on the 10-minute warning.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Whoa, that was close. Oh, and he's done it. He's put him offline. He kind of freaked Vincent out, didn't he? Really.
Yeah, I missed a lot of that. I would like to have seen that from the start because it looked like a big block from Vincent, but
let's have a look.
Might just have made that up.
Kenzie got a really good run. Oh God, yes, you're right. You are right.
Yeah, I'm.
Ish.
I still don't. Yeah, I don't think that was a block as such. I think Vincent went defensive, realised that Kenzie wasn't going to try it, and then tried to get back in line, but Kenzie was then there, and just that little bit of contact threw him.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, nothing to do with Kenzie, that one.
No.
Right then. So, we have 9 minutes to go. Alex Lado is your race leader. He's got a 4-second lead over Simon Trendle, who is there. For Team Chimera, who has himself a 4-second lead over Tyler Newitt, who is there. And under growing pressure, wouldn't you say, Clyde, from Kenzie?
Yeah, and unless I'm horribly mistaken, wasn't Tyler the first person to pit?
Let me have a look at my timing screen. Simon and Tyler and Bob Woodhouse all pitted on lap 12.
Yeah, so he will be in the We Have the Oldest Tyres on the Track club.
Yes. Can we see what happened to Tony? Oh! I think we need to hire Canadian Crispy Bacon. So Tony comes out of the pits. We were watching it at the time. I think he's going to park it and reset. What do you reckon, Clyde? Oh no.
I don't know. I think he was just waiting for that train to come past because he was probably a lap down by then, so it didn't really matter.
But then something else must have happened. Or was that it? No, that was it. There wasn't anything before that, actually. So, sorry, Canadian. Or do we call him Crispy?
I think, or Bacon.
Or
Bacon. Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Is he watching our stream? Oh my God.
Yeah. We'll put that on Facebook. Kevin watches our stream. No, I literally think that was a some sort of pit stop penalty that Tony picked up. And then as he's coming out of the pits, he can see a stream of cars coming down the pit straight on his relative, decides there's no point pulling out in front of him. And because he's very slow on pit exit, iRacing has said he's crashed.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because that's what it does. You go under 30 miles an hour, I think, and it says you crashed. Canadian Crispy Bacon. Damn, you found me out. It is. It's Kevin Bacon. Oh dear.
Kevin
Right.
Bacon, Canadian. Because you
Covered it.
never know, do you, with American actors?
No, I know. Probably covered in maple syrup at the same time. I do like maple syrup though, do you?
I've got some in front of me
What?
for when I have pancakes.
Why do you have pancakes at your rig? Oh, you don't have a rig anymore, do you?
No, no, I'm at desk.
Yeah.
I do like the what are they called, buttermilk pancakes.
Yeah, yeah. They're nice, yeah. Although, I've got a thing now for stroop waffle after being in Holland. They're like little tiny waffles. Oh, that's a nudge. That was a bit of a helping hand, that was.
Sorry, Peter, that sounds like a sex toy.
What, stroop waffle?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, it's two like crispy waffles with caramel in the middle. Absolutely terrible for your type 1 diabetes, or type 2 even, but absolutely gorgeous.
Mm.
What are you eating? You're eating
Nothing.
some,
I'm not.
Alright.
I not even had cake tonight.
Alright.
She didn't. She's not making cake till tomorrow, so I dipped out tonight.
Oh. What's she
But I
making
say
tomorrow?
dipped out. I did have gumbo for dinner, which is one of my favourites.
What's gumbo?
It's
Oh, no. Sorry, go on.
it's how can I describe it? It's like a Creole casserole sort of like spicy sausage, and it Google it. It's
I will
lovely.
do. Does it spell like it says, if you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Right, okay.
if you say gumbo,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like and smells like on the way out.
Oh. Yeah, Kenzie is. He's not under pressure. Kenzie's not under pressure at all. It was Tyler that's under pressure,
Yeah.
and he's got the position. He kind of got surprised by Tyler's braking by the look of what I saw.
Well, Tyler's before that
tyres
move
rolled, right?
happened,
Yeah.
Tyler got on the curb, and it really unsettled his car.
Yes. After his penalty, Tony.
Tony and JB both a lap down, so this is for position.
Yeah. I think JB's kind of let him go there. That's done though. That's done. Right, so Tyler is now under not equal amounts of pressure, but Vincent's about to pull onto his 6 as a cool term, because I'm a cool guy. It's totally not true, but never mind. Canadian crispy bacon, yeah, my bad on the names.
We are names experts.
Are we?
Yeah.
Since when? Since when? We've called
Since we started.
We've called cars. Yeah, car 13 is closing, closing in on whoever. We are terrible with names. Are you still on vapes?
Yep.
I could hear that one. Right. So.
It's been a year now.
Right. That is good, actually.
Yeah, I don't think Tyler's got much left under him, but luckily there's only 2 minutes to go.
Yeah. Adam has found himself one Bob Woodhouse on the track, so Mew's going to be a bit upset about that. Canadian crispy bacon. Excuse me. He says we're in no fear of losing our jobs. Oh God! However, Adam is.
Adam's in fear of losing his car.
Yeah. I'm offended by that. Surely we are the height of everybody's weekly entertainment, or at least fortnightly.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We've got 1,010 people watching at the moment.
Have you added 1,000 onto that?
No, when we set it up, remember, we
Oh
we
yeah, we
we
added on.
moved the decimal point so we didn't look too good.
Yep.
Right, into the final minute. So I will keep an eye on the leader, just in case Pete spots something else going on. Leader gets the white flag.
Adam Wright is closing in very rapidly on Bob Woodhouse, so I think the Mew is potentially wrong. I don't think Bob is safe at all.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Parks it on the apex.
Just, I'm here.
Yeah. I don't think it was I'm here. I think it was Bob Woodhouse parking it on the apex.
Which is the number one defensive move.
Isn't it? Oh, hang on. This is on as well. Vincent suddenly found Tyler in the dying embers of the race.
That might be more Tyler's found Vincent, the way his car's handling at the moment.
Yeah. It looks second hand, doesn't it? Oh, this is gonna be. He's doing it. Is he?
Yeah. No, he's got to be. Vincent's very, very aware of net code, isn't he?
He is.
Alex Sevillano flashes his lights coming across the line for what Pete believes is his first win in the series.
I think it is. We'll find out shortly, and I'll be embarrassed.
Simon Trendle second, and Kenzie Newhoff. Great night for Hydra Race Racing Forces.
Oh, this is still going here.
Vincent, no, that's it. They're done.
Not now, it's done.
Yeah, Vincent couldn't get past Tyler. Adam Wright couldn't get past Bob Woodhouse.
Yes. There's Jamie. Oh, there's Jamie. Jamie's had a quiet race, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did, didn't he? We see a lot of him in race 1, but not a lot in race 2.
No, not at all. Have you thought about driver of the evening? Because I've just thought about it and I don't know who the hell I'm going to choose.
No. I usually go with whoever tells me I'm good looking in the interviews.
Have you never voted for anybody? And Miro will be he's not the last car in the race, he's just the last car to cross the line, so still on lead lap, which is a great result in these leagues. So well done.
While they're finishing off, let's go through the finishing order for the big race.
Hang on. Whoa. It's not tripped over.
It wasn't.
There we go.
That was the wrong one.
Just tripped over.
Feature race, which is around 12. So, taking away the win, Alex Sevillano Ledo for Hydra Race Racing Forces. Second, Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. And third, Kenzie Newhoff for Hydra Race Racing Forces. In fourth place, Tyler Newitt, BSTV Esports Green. And fifth for Vincent Skilbeck, Wheeler Wins Mayhem Republic. NQR Europe 6th and 7th, and Woodward and Bob Woodhouse respectively. Adam Wright 8th for BSTV Esports Green. Nikolai Bogotyrev 9th for NQR Europe. 10th was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera, and Rob Venn 11th for BSTV Esports Green. Miro Haraski was 12th for PCS, and Tony Kloosterman comes home 13th for Never Quit Racing. 14th was JB Dejoux for BSTV Esports Blue, and an early retirement 37 laps down. 15th and last was Andrew Wood for Team Chimera.
That's pretty dramatic, that, really. At places, in fits and starts, I should say.
I don't think it was anything that we wasn't expecting, was it?
No, I would say
Adam Wright to get a Jamie Wilson Exocet, but
yeah, yeah.
we sort of knew what people were going to do, and it worked again. Although I do think that, especially Kenzie, um, made the most of the reverse tactic.
I would say so. Yeah. I didn't expect him to be as high up in the field as he ended up, given the fact that he pitted later, didn't he? Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot later, like huge amounts later. And last season, it was the early pit stops, which I suppose, when you think about it, were still the ones that did the best in the end. In this race, last season it was the first car to pit, who pitted on their own and then watched everybody else drop behind them afterwards. This one was a bit different. I wonder if the time models have changed or something like that. But Winton has been a little different this time, which is good. It's good. It gives variety.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, isn't it? It's very love it or hate it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And I suppose in the grand scheme of things, we're going to Knock Hill next, which is similar, although I would say probably slightly easier to get past somebody, because you do tend to get a few more mistakes out of people with the high curbs, and it makes the car bounce and things like that. But Knock Hill next, and then total opposite for round 15 endurance race with Daytona Road. So it makes sure that the drivers have to mix it up. It's not all tight and twisty, and it's not all long and smooth sailing. You've got to be good at both.
Yeah, and I like the way that our sprint feature races create quite a dynamic setup, as it were, for the feature race itself. I like the fact that the fuel limitation makes drivers pit at different times, and that was radical tonight. There was 16 laps worth of difference between the first set and the second set, or the last set, I should say. I think the ones that are pitting in the middle are suffering, if I'm being honest. I don't think they are on one plan or the other, even though they probably think they are on I'll split the race in half and benefit from both sides. I don't think they are at all. And I think they need to carry that forward into the next races and choose one of those other two tactics rather than split the race in the middle. Knock Hill is a very challenging track at the best of times, isn't it? And I think those curbs are brutal. I don't know what they'll do in the V8. I can't. We've been there before with the V8.
We have,
Yeah,
yes, it
yeah.
was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a brilliant race for rounds 13 and 14, and a really good precursor to 15 at Daytona.
Right, let's get these interviews underway. And looking at the finishing order in race one, I'm going to bring in Mr. Simon Trendle. Welcome to the booth.
Evening. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to be dragging first. I haven't won anything.
No, well, I wanted to talk to you because you didn't win.
Fair enough. Yeah, being behind another car is difficult here. There's nothing you can do.
An absolutely shocking night for you. Is it really that difficult to get past? It looks like one of those tracks that there's just not enough track for you to even get half a bumper up the inside and give the driver in front a decision to make.
You can't even get within half a second. That's how difficult it is. It's really difficult. I was trying not to kill my tyres behind Tyler in that second race. This is literally coasting and just trying to, firstly, to try and make Tyler go and attack Alex, which is going to be better for me if those two fall rather than me going ham on Tyler. I thought I'll just save the tyres and I'll have a pop at him at the end. And even at the end of the race then, when Tyler had gone and had his mistake, I could not do anything about Alex. The car was tail happy as anything. I was babying the throttle all over the place. there is nothing you can do. Being behind another car is just murder on your tyres.
Yeah, I noticed both races. I think in race 1 with Adam and then race 2 with Tyler, you would close right up to like almost in the boot. You could sit there for maybe a lap and a half, and then you drop back to nearly a second again. Was that just because it was impossible to follow that close?
Yeah, being behind another car, you make a mistake, costs you half a second, you go back, and then it takes you 5-10 laps to cool the tyres down and have another pop at them. But you never get close enough to make a move or a dive. It's it's a terrible track for racing, which is a huge shame because on your own it's quite a good fun track to lap round. But
Yeah,
for racing, it doesn't work. It is understandable why it's not very popular on iRacing. Which
yeah,
is a shame for how much of a fun track it is to lap solo.
One from
yes.
One
Go
from
on,
me
Pete.
is how many pounds did you have to pay Jamie to turn Adam?
No, I didn't have to do anything for that because he was already angry at himself for that start.
Yeah.
He was stewing over that and just hadn't realised it was a concertina going up and completely missed his braking point, or didn't realise that the braking point was coming up and that it might all bunch up. So, yeah, he's sorry about that. I guess he'll speak to Adam.
Yeah, he's probably already done it, to be fair. But yeah, I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I saw it coming and I turned out and I thought, oh god, no, please don't hit Adam. Because it's fun racing Adam, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, steward's inquiry, I think, will go on into that one. So, despite a terrible night for you, you still managed to score some big points.
Yeah, 2 seconds and it's a bad night. Yeah.
This must be. Is this the first time this season you haven't won a race?
No, I didn't win Bathurst.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I missed that one. So, first time you haven't won a race that I've been here. But yeah, for the championship, I'd say despite not winning, some really big points. So you must be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd say I was happy with the racing, but it's the track just makes that difficult, and there's nothing you can do. It's all just how can you pressure? And thankfully, Tyler did make a mistake, which gave me another position, but and I jumped a few in the pit stop. I should have gone for the 1 lap earlier and saved the fuel for it, but yeah, there's no. I still don't think I'd have jumped Alex in the pit stop. So, oh well.
Well, you get to do it all again next time out at Knock Hill. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go? Because we'd like to talk to some race winners tonight.
Yes, not losers like me. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys for running the broadcast, doing the league, all that sort of fun. Everyone who's turned up, because obviously this is not a popular track, but we've still got a decent field and of high quality field as well. And shout out to Andrew Wood for turning up, even though he did lose his concentration in the second race. He had literally bought the track and had done only the hour's practice. So, and at Winton, that's fair going because the track all looks the same when you're new to it.
Not an easy track to learn.
Yeah, he did very well in race 1 to be on the pace, having a battle, even if it's at the back.
Excellent. Well, I'd say congratulations on your 2 second places. Simon, if you're not first, you're last. Trendle.
Cheers. See you next week.
Not very often we get to abuse Simon.
No, it's true.
He's so good. Right. For you are going to get our race 1 winner, Mr. Adam Wright.
Hello, Adam. Good evening.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, unlike most BSTV drivers, you're still in BSTV colours. That's odd, isn't it?
Who isn't in BSTV colours?
Wobbly.
Well, yeah, traitor. Okay.
Gary.
What?
Oh yeah. Have you not seen the headlines?
Oh no.
He's turned into a crash-tastic geo racer.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to go and abuse him. It'd be remiss of you not to, really.
Did he make a mess on the big stage?
No, I don't think he did, but he's a geo driver, so that means you've got to nerf people off the track, right?
Oh, okay. I thought when you said crash-tastic,
he doesn't crash, but...
No, he doesn't, to be fair.
He does now, obviously. But anyway, well done in race 1.
Thank you.
Tell us about your race 1.
Not much to tell. I was annoyed I didn't get pole. Again, it's another one where I had the time to get pole, but I couldn't put it together. But it was close enough, so happy on the front row. You've always got to be happy on the front row, starting along a Chimera. There's always a chance. So, yeah, thanks. I
Are
mean,
you saying they're bad at starting?
I'm gonna, yeah, reassess it. Basically, kudos to them for going hardcore on the starts, because there's an easy way of doing it, and then there's a hard way, and they do the hard way.
They do the Chimera way.
I don't, so I'll put my hands up. But, everyone's got the option to. So, yeah, good start. Had to manage to pace a little bit in the middle. But then I think Simon might have made a mistake, and then he couldn't get the 1.5, 2 seconds back again. So, yeah, easy cruise home.
And then race 2. So congratulations on that one. But race 2.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any kind of sort of klaxon or foghorn warning that there was an
Air raid warning?
Air raid warning that there was an incoming Chimera car. Like.
No, not until my rearview mirror just went white.
Oh, okay,
yeah. But because before the entrance to every corner, you always have a little glance to see where they are, because yeah. And I was happy at that point because I was past Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, going well. I checked my mirror quickly before the corner. Too far to have a go. Way too far to have a go. So turned in and then just saw white. So. You pulled me in just as Jamie was apologising, and there's no need. We know the Chimera guys race really clean.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So everyone races really clean, to be fair. But them in particular, you can have a good hard race with those guys and not have an incident. So he made a mistake. I don't know what it was, locked the rears or whatever. It's fine. It's racing. It happens. He waited. He didn't really need to wait, but I was too greedy, so I thought I'd have the position anyway.
It looked to me like he aimed at you, just trying to wind him up, really, there,
Well, yeah, obviously Tyler has the broadcast on, and he did mention maybe you guys surmised that he had an option of taking out, Simon or me. And to be fair, if that's what he did, full out respect, because that's, what else
take
would you
care
do
of
for
your
a teammate?
teammates. Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Remember, the truth is out there.
Yeah. X-Files kicks in right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, I was going to pit early as soon as it opened, but everyone else did. All three of them did. So then I thought I've got a gap, so I can go long because I've still got a pace advantage, I think, on some of the guys. So the overcut might get some of them. But then I made a mistake on the penultimate corner the next lap round, and it kind of just sent me into the pit lane. So yeah,
checking yourself into the pits, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was that. But I felt good because towards the end of the sprint, I had a real good rhythm with the tyres once they were wearing. So I thought I'd be all right, but it's just so difficult to pass. So yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few people. Knockhill next time out. How'd you go there?
We've only been there once, and that's where I got my first V8 win. So
okay.
Yeah, so I really, as long as we're doing the normal route, 'cause I know we're going in the reverse in officials. I'm not too keen on that idea, but if we're going the normal way round,
we are the normal way round. I can confirm that.
Yeah,
perfect. I really enjoyed it. So it's brilliant. A tiny little track with lots of ups and downs in a V8. Perfect.
And were you racing in shorts tonight or long trousers?
Long trousers. Thick trousers. I'm an idiot.
Trousers. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But better to be safe than very, very sorry,
Well, last thing you want to do is be cold.
Exactly. Absolutely. Or have icky hands, yeah.
I got icky hands, mate. I'm literally just a layer of sweat.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you disappear?
No, not really.
Jamie?
Yeah, sure. Jamie for letting me buy.
Yeah, excellent. Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you at Knockhill. Next time out in the V8, Adam Wright.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, so let's bring in our race 2 winner, Alex Civilano. Ledo, welcome to the booth.
Hello.
Congratulations on your first win in the series. It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, just like doing groceries. Thank you very much.
So, race one, I believe you was fifth, made up a couple of places, and showed a lot of pace behind Kenzie. But race two was really your crowning glory, as we say. Your tactics were spot on, your car control was spot on, and it's going to show that I think last time I looked, you was something like 7 seconds ahead when you come across the line. So for people just looking at the results, it's going to look like it was a very easy victory for you, but I'm sure it wasn't. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, it was definitely not an easy win. It's never an easy win. Like I said in the chat, never easy to win with this grid. Like everyone is incredibly fast and incredibly good, and yeah, just to get a win in this league is honestly insane. I wouldn't have expected it. Yeah, like first podium, first win. So what the hell? But yeah, the race one, as you said, I knew I had a bit more pace than maybe one or two cars in front, because I missed on 2 3 tenths on quali. I just burned the last 2 turns, so I knew I could make up some positions, but I was surprised with my pace, and yeah, we could have gotten into the podium at the end, Kenzie and I, but yeah, the race just didn't go the way it should have gone. But I thought it was a very good position for the feature, and then honestly, the feature, the race start made it all. Like, well, not really, but if I didn't get that race start, it would have been way harder to win this race. So yeah, I just saw myself with a really good option of making positions after lights out, and I went for it. It was risky, but it paid off. And then after that, I was just mostly managing tire temperatures. And after the pit stop, the spotter said I wouldn't make it to the end, so I got a bit scared. And I was fuel saving a little bit for like many, like, I don't know, maybe too many laps, because in the end I had fuel enough to finish. But yeah, I was kind of managing the pace to that point, and when I saw Tyler and Simon was getting a bit closer, I started to push a bit, and yeah, in the end they ran out of tires sooner than me, so yeah, that's why I pulled away basically. But I was not faster than them. I was just, we're all on the same pace. The pace in this league is so tight between everyone. It's insane.
Well, like I say, it was a fantastic win, and we always love a first-time winner in the series. So I'm assuming there's going to be a massive long list of shout-outs you want to give, so fire away.
Well, not so long, but yeah, basically, of course, the sponsors, Hydro Race, Dan, the person behind Hydro Race, great guy, and NetLife Gaming, new sponsor from this season, and of course Kenzie. He literally makes the strategy for me for every single race. I'm dumb. I just can't. I can't think while driving or whatever, so I just have to bother him and ask him in the middle of the race. And I know how much he hates to talk during races. So yeah, thanks to him for being patient.
I thought he liked to sing.
Oh no.
No, singing his thing. He usually sings when Wobbly's in the race.
Oh no, not around me, I guess.
Fair enough.
But yeah, thanks to him for helping me out with the strategy always, and yeah, that's it. Oh well, thanks to you guys, because yeah, for the league and the broadcast.
Excellent. Well, like I said before, congratulations on your first win in the series, and let's hope it's the first of many, many more. Alex Sibilano Ledo.
Let's hope so. Thank you.
Okay, Pete, next up for you. We won't leave him till last this time because he get a podium. It's Mr. Vincent Skilbeck.
Good evening, Vincent. How you doing? Morning.
He's gone for a foggy.
I think he has.
Maybe
What
Can we try
Hello.
something?
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's here. He's here. Wait. Stop the press.
Hello.
He's here. Hello.
How
Are
are
you
we?
there, Vincent? Calling Australia. Australia calling. No, it's
Yes.
England calling Australia.
Yep.
Excellent
I
stuff.
don't know.
I don't know
Can you
either.
hear me?
Nice paint work. We love your paint job. Very Anzac. Lest we forget. It's brilliant. Who did that for you?
That was me.
What?
I painted the whole thing myself. So, yep.
Really? That's
Yep.
amazing.
Shit.
What? What did Clyde
Yeah,
say?
I
don't
just-
know.
Yeah, I don't hear.
No,
What
go
did
on.
you say, Clyde?
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I started painting it. I think a few days before Anzac Day. I just really wanted to, have an Anzac paint for this year. So just got my head into gear and come up with that. So yeah, it looks good.
It looks really good. And so does your result tonight. Where did you come in the first race? Was it second?
Third.
P3.
Third in the first one and fifth in the second one. Great night results for you. We saw you on the back of a number of cars throughout the night. Very difficult to overtake here, though.
Yeah, I thought I had the speed, the overspeed to get past a couple of cars, but yeah, as you mentioned, it's really hard to just get past anyone. You really have to just either wait for them to make a mistake or just go for a dive bomb, which never really ends too well. So I was just happy just to sit there and just keep pressuring until they made a mistake, like Ant did for me in the second race.
Yeah, he did. And you don't need much of a mistake here, do you? If you're in close quarters. In terms of your pit strategy, what did you go into race 2 thinking? Was it pit early? That's what did well last time, or was it pit late because I'll end up with great tyres at the end? Did you have something at the start and then you chose something else?
No, I did some testing during the week, and figured from last race and from V8 Scops, I knew that the undercut would be pretty big. So I was planning on pitting about 20 minutes into the race and then just running from there. So obviously I set my car up so it would be good on my tires, so I had the long run pace. But it seemed all right, but lap times dropped off about a second and a half, a little bit. So, but yeah, the car still felt good at the end of the race. So yeah.
No, that's good then. And next time we're at Knock Hill in the UK, how do you go around there? We've raced there before, obviously.
Yeah, I haven't done too many laps in the V8 around there. I know the curbs and stuff are pretty hard. I think I've come used to now setting my car up to ride the bumps. As you saw tonight at turn 1, I was riding the curbs pretty hard. And my car was perfectly fine with it, so I think I might just do that for Knock Hill and do a few little tweaks and stuff. And yeah, I'll see how I go.
Brilliant stuff. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to or to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, just everyone over at Wheelie Bins that keeps us running. Simability for sponsoring the league once again. Everyone in the league for the really, really tight racing this season. It's been really, really good. And you guys for the broadcast.
Awesome stuff. Always great to have you racing with us, and great to have you in the chat each time. Vincent Skilbeck.
Yeah, catch you guys next week.
Okay, so next up into the booth it is Jamie Exocet Wilson. Welcome to the booth.
Oh no! Come on, get it out of the way. That's why I stuck around to give you two the opportunity.
Oh,
so,
brilliant! That's good then. So, did you aim at him, or round him, or just round Simon?
Can we rewind a bit from there? There's something else you can take the piss about as well.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I did a bunch of practice starts.
Oh no! Yeah, sorry. I'll let
points.
Clyde do this one. Clyde, you're on the start. You're on start duty.
Well, to be honest, it's not funny anymore, is it? Because it's normal.
Sorry,
it's funnier now when you get a good start.
Just a minute. I'm going to go back to the start of the.
You don't need to show it in slow motion.
No,
just normal motion will do.
Yeah, there we go.
But
normal motion is slow motion.
Exactly.
Interesting. Adam says that you guys are doing the hardcore start in this car.
Yeah, we do.
Are you going to carry on doing the hardcore start?
Yes. No, because that is actually, in all seriousness, there is like the way to start this car that if you get it right, it's perfect. Which admittedly doesn't happen, but hear me out.
I'm just looking for your reversing lights.
I haven't done that yet. I did do that in a Lotus 79 once because you do set that gearbox up in a dogleg fashion. But anyway, so we don't use auto clutch or anything like that. We use the line locker and we kind of set our feet in the right position that we work out somewhat in advance, at least roughly. And then the knack with this car, and the thing that can catch a lot of people out, and did initially catch us out, was that when you then release the handbrake, or the line locker as it actually is, the instinct is, in any other car, you would then release the clutch and apply throttle kind of as a single motion pretty much straight away. You can't do that in this car. You will have a Jamie start, so just don't even bother. So what you have to do is you do the same process initially, but as you then release the handbrake, you just leave your feet kind of where they are, balanced at whatever points you've got them, just for that initial launch. At that point, you then bleed out of the clutch first and then apply the throttle kind of as two motions but close together. And if you've done it correctly, then you have an amazing start every time. The problem in this, for me, is that, let's say, 9 out of 10 attempts are fine, but the 10th one is the one that always happens when I'm on the bloody pole. So, yeah, I did the same. I've got a little read. Simon doesn't have this. He's because he's an alien. But I have a little kind of readout of where my pedals are numerically. That I can see in VR just for the start of the race. So I can see, right, my clutch is at 40, my throttle's at 55 or something, whatever it was. And I'd sort of try and find those kind of numbers based on, practice starts in the pit lane. And I replicated it, I thought, fairly well on the grid. But I think I just dropped the revs ever so slightly, and I think what happened was I instinctively just applied a smidge more throttle because I thought, I don't want to stall it because that would be worse. And that little 1% margin was enough for me to go on the far side of it, and I just got a blat of wheel spin off the line, and then from that it's irrecoverable.
Yeah, you went backwards in a hurry.
Yeah,
but he seemed to go forwards quite quick at the very first phase, and then just bogged.
Yeah, just like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much a two-phase thing. You can also get wheel spin, even if you get a good initial launch. You can then get wheel spin.
Because I was like, Jamie's got away. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, everybody was crowding you, and you were like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
It doesn't help that everyone else got a bloody amazing start.
They did, yeah. Everybody. Well, apart from Adam. Adam seemed to bog down. Was it Adam next to you? No, it was Rob.
No, it was Rob.
Rob seemed to get away on the first 10th of the first second, and then kind of got swamped by everybody anyway.
I think he had the opposite. I think he bogged down, so he had the opposite problem.
Yeah.
Which is for us is a risk because you could stall it, and that's obviously way worse.
Right.
So,
yeah, because you're using proper launch procedures. Yeah. Okay.
I saved my stall for my pit exit. But you didn't know about that, so
no.
I was literally going to say, race 1, we see you a lot because you was involved in lots of action, but
Yeah.
race 2, it was apart from the Adam incident, it was like you wasn't in the race.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Adam incident. So, on the commentary, to me, it looked like you was so close up to Simon. It was one of those, oh, that looked like my breaking point. Oh, it was. And then had a choice of slowing yourself down in the back of your teammate's car or pulling to the right and hoping for the best.
There's elements of truth to both of those things. So,
and the fact that it was Adam obviously makes it a lot worse.
yeah, I didn't know who it was initially,
but it could have been anybody, couldn't it?
If you wait long enough, you're about to see it again.
Oh, I'm not watching the thing. It's too depressing. But I think what I was so, it comes back to the bloody start. I was so in my own head about that start, and because I'm getting all sorts of abuse from Simon about it, as you can imagine, on the old team chat. And I'm so annoyed because I'd done all these practice starts in the pit lane, and they were all fine apart from the one on the grid. And I was just like going through my head thinking, why was that? Why did it go as colossally wrong as it did? And in all of this through lap 1, but I'm side by side 3 wide. I've got Vincent strafing with his netcode all over the place. All the time, I'm not paying attention. I'm just thinking, that damn start. And so I ended up going into the second to last corner. And you have to remember, race 1, I was behind Nikolai the whole time, or most of it, and we were braking at a certain point, and I could brake right up against him, so his brake lights were burning the paint off. All of that stuff. I was used to that at that point, and so because it's not that I wasn't paying attention as such. It was just my mind was just on something else for a moment, and I defaulted to my sort of autopilot from race 1, which was braking behind Nikolai. And it just concertinaed up. It was slightly more than that on that occasion, and so I got caught out, and then I had a split-second decision to make. Thankfully, I had enough space to make the decision, which was, oh dear, other words were in the process, I need to not crash into Simon, and so I just yeeted the wheel in a direction and hoped for the best, basically. And I almost got away with it, because if Adam was another... I don't know, 10 foot up the road or something, then I would have just about cleared his rear bumper, but it just didn't work out that
Watching it in normal speed, it looks like the best move of the race, the way you managed to miss Simon. But we've just watched it in slow motion, and it looks like the world's best multi-21. Because you managed to take out your teammate's biggest rival and let your teammate pass in 2 corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the tyre smoke, you'd think it was intentional.
Yeah. But I braked at about the 100-metre board, which isn't actually especially late. It wasn't like I completely flubbed it. It was just I maybe slightly overstepped it, and it just concertinaed up just slightly more than I was anticipating. Given, especially you've got fresh tyres.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it was just sod's law, and Adam was really good about it. I apologise to him, and he appreciates we're not the sort of people that go about doing that sort of thing on the regular. So
you'll still get a horse's head in the post.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the way that it ended up being sort of framed was at least there was one positive that came out of the start in terms of Simon. It's useful me having a crap start sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. Knock Hill next time out. Are you looking forward to that? Dreading it?
No, absolutely. I almost want to get back in the seat now and start on that, because it's one of my favourite combos of all time.
Oh.
I absolutely loved that the last time we did it. Apart from I got a crap start, if you remember. That was when I asked for the 2-minute grid thing.
Us both.
Can't believe that.
No.
Well, that was the funny one, where it literally was like a 10-second grid, and we all went, and then green light, But no, it's so fun to drive around there, throwing the car at the curbs or throwing the car at the sky and hoping you miss, basically. So, I'm really looking forward to that. I've got one of my sort of asymmetrical drunk setup philosophy ideas around that place, because there's the one track of any that you're going to need to set the dampers up in a funny way to get over the curbs efficiently. So, yeah, I'll have to dig that out of the vault and see if it still works.
Well, yeah. I'm just looking at the results and see that you got 2 10th places. So I suppose it depends on what sort of spin you put on that. You can tell everybody that, yeah, it was really bad. I finished 10th twice. Or you can tell everybody you was absolutely awesome and got in the top 10 in both races. It's entirely up to you. But as usual, we do appreciate your honesty. Although we are now going to go and make lots of memes about it.
The one thing I will say is, Pete, stop giving me crap for it in TCR, because I'm good at TCR starts.
Any shout out you want to give before we let you go, apart from to Adam?
Well, I was going to say Adam because he's been very gracious about it. To Simon, to Andrew Wood, who had 1 hour of ownership of the track at the start of the session, as in that's when he bought it. And so learning the car that quickly, and he got round. He negotiated race 1 okay. He had a bit of a moment in race 2, but yeah, he's certainly making progress. As someone that's new to the car, you know.
Yeah, we said to Simon, it's not an easy track to learn, is it? In a hurry?
No, he's thrown himself in the deep end here and at Bathurst, 2 tracks that are incredibly difficult to learn, and he's just, you know, been like, yeah, I'll just, you know, we'll do it live, you know, sort of thing. So, you know, props to him for because that's quite a big step to make for a car you're not familiar with. So yeah, fair play to him. And then yeah, to yourselves and to everyone that's turning up for these. You know, Winton isn't exactly going to be a huge bastion of participation, but yeah, you know, we had, I don't know, 13, 14 cars or something. That's, you know, that's enough for a good race as it turned out. So yeah, hopefully. Not that many people are too fussed about the coronation when we're in the middle of Knockhill. So,
yeah, I loved it last time we was there. I'm sure it's going to be a big bundle of fun again. So thanks for coming and talking to us. You knew you was going to get some grief, Jamie Wilson.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, Pete. Last but not least for you, it's Mr. Ant Woodward.
Good evening, Ant. How you doing?
Evening, lads.
No technical gremlins tonight, which is great to see. Have you managed to figure out what it was that was wrong?
I think it's fixed, but I couldn't really tell you what it was. Changed a multitude of things, possibly an update on Windows.
Wow, right, okay.
Stopped a service associated with Xbox controllers, and yeah, Tony found it in the forum. Pretty bizarre thing.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Because obviously I went racing with you at Circuit Gilles
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, yeah. and you surprised me as you were pulling away from me on the first lap and disappeared off into the pits, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then I realised, he's had another issue.
Yeah, that actually was that was the best one I had, because that just shot me straight down pit lane. I put the limiter on, went through the pits, and came back out.
That was the incident. That was the problem. It sent you down pit road.
Yeah. When I turned.
Oh my god.
Yeah, on sort of right hand turns. So I took Adam out in the TCR race. I think.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
So it happened about 4 times in that race, and that allowed me to get like really good telemetry of it, and finally, like, definitely confirmed. Okay, there's an issue here.
Yeah.
Because you start blaming yourself a little. It was a really funny one. But yeah, it was. I was thinking all sorts, setup profiles, all sorts of things, but it hasn't done it since, touch wood.
No. Well, hopefully it doesn't come back again, because tonight you did reasonably well, didn't you? We saw you battling with loads of people. When I say battling, it's hard to overtake here, isn't it? Really,
it's rough.
It really is.
Yeah, it's rough.
Can you describe why?
Yeah, So it's frustrating because like you have to drive it sort of less hard than what you can, and I'm never very good at that. So I'm always surprised when I come here and seem to do okay, but it's just the way it is. There's so many gear changes. You're constantly working. There's just nowhere to get alongside anyone. So
yeah,
maybe, if you get a good drive out the straight, maybe into turn one on that section, but nah, it's so much risk, and you're just on the limit. You just doing a lap, you're so on the limit and working at 100%. I am anyway. There's just no room for, I'll brake later than this guy.
Well, there's nowhere to go, even when you do, is there?
No.
Apart from onto the grass and through the scenery.
Best you can hope is to force a mistake.
That's
what I found, is just try and sit on the bumper and force the mistake. Managed to get, I think Nikolai did that in front of me, and I got a place. But yeah, I just remember being in fourth, catching third, and then getting just out of the loop. I wasn't off track. I was just off line, and it went on for 3 corners, and I ended up crawling. So that's the risk that you run when you go for a move, because you go offline
into a corner and then pay for it for 3 corners.
Stuffed, yeah. You're stuffed.
Well,
But they were really good fun. I had pace, so that's always nice. I didn't want to. I planned on chopping the race in half and maximising tyres, but I was also in my head, I know there's a big undercut here, and
huge, yeah.
Because the start went pretty well and I was sitting in third, I thought I may have more fresh air here now. So yeah, I ended up ducking in.
No, I think it was the right thing for you to do. In the end, you come out of the second race in 6th place. Knockhill next time, and it's a fun track, isn't it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you're tempted to go like absolutely muller every corner, every lap. It feels good when you get it right. I think you'll do all right round there. Your driving style, it suits that sort of track, doesn't it?
I was getting fastest laps there last time we went there in the practices, and we had the official the same week, and I beat Adam right there. I think I might have got a win there, and then everything come to nothing in the league. I got nowhere.
Changes.
Yeah. It was all one of those luck things. It was just wrong place, wrong time, and yeah, that was that. So
yeah. So I mean, your technical gremlins gone. Knockhill's a track you like. You've managed to practice the snot out of your car at Winton. Let's hope you end up with a podium finish, really, at Knockhill, because I remember last time you were on it like a car bonnet. So, pardon the pun.
Do love it. It's a fun track to drive around.
Yeah, you got some good footage for Wild Rides and for Simability, our league sponsors this time round.
Good stuff.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Plenty of footage for you. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you
go? Yeah, I want to. First of all, the team Chlamydia. You keep ripping them about their starts. Yeah. I just want to stick up for them a bit. Those lads.
Yeah.
They're purists. They don't use. I like the way they approach their racing. They don't use any aids whatsoever. They won't entertain fixed setups. That's just not in their thing. They won't even entertain that, which I also agree with.
Yep.
But they get a lot of stick. But I just wonder if you switched the aids off 1 week, just how many Team Chlamydia starts you'd see up and down the grid.
Yeah, totally.
I'm in their camp.
I get it, but
no clutch here. Yeah. No auto clutch. And
you do that though, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm in their camp. I don't use any aids, and there could be an argument whether they should exist. But
well, if they did, I'd never race again. Anyway, very entertaining nights racing. You'll see yourself plenty on the broadcast if / when you watch it back. And we will see you next time out at Knockhill for this particular series, and probably on Wednesday coming for TCRs. And Woodward.
Thanks, lads. Cheers.
Okay, so that's the interviews over, Pete. So it's time for the most coveted award in motor racing. It's the BSTV Driver of the Evening. And I have a feeling we might be in agreement tonight. I will go first. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I don't normally vote for winners, but it's his first win in the series, so my vote is going to go to Alex Civiliano Ledo.
I'd already clicked on it before you'd said. I have to say, I did a little bit of snot when Ant Woodward called it Team Chlamydia, because that's just funny. But anyway, I am also voting for Alex because he's done really well tonight. It's not just the race victory. He's raced really competitively, very hard, cleanly, and he's got some decent points from it. So you've got to reward it one way or the other. He's done a great job getting a victory, and yeah, Alex for me as well. You see the paintwork now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like
yeah.
it. I like it. Do you remember Spirograph?
Yes, I do.
It's just like that. It reminds me of my youth. There you go. Anyway.
Yeah. You sure that's Spirograph and not acid?
Oh, now you're asking.
Anyway, a terrible track for overtaking anyway, but I think there was some absolutely fantastic racing tonight. Always good to see a first time winner. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I must admit, I really am looking forward to Knockhill. I do, even though I'm not so keen on watching real racing from Knockhill because it's a bike track. Sim racing where it I suppose depends what camp you're in. I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I should really say it doesn't hurt or it doesn't cost you any extra money. You really do see people throwing the cars about and going airborne and up on two wheels. So our cameraman, whoever that might be, is going to have to be on his toes next week. What did you think to tonight?
I thought it was as good as it could have been, and as exciting as it could have been. The first race, a little bit of a procession, but that's to do with the track and the car combination. Maybe it's just the track, I don't know. Second race, a lot more exciting with the dramatic difference in pit lane strategies. I think there was only a couple that ended up in the middle of that strategy suffered the most, even though you don't notice it that much. And I think Alex has done a great job tonight. He kept it clean in the first race. He's mopped up completely in the second race. And yeah, it's been a great night for the participants. It's been a great night for viewers, really. And we've been the most entertaining people in the world, of course, Clyde.
Oh, obviously.
So, on to Knockhill for us.
Excellent. Pete will be back on Wednesday with the TCRs with Sir Alan Toon from Zolder, is it, this week?
I think it is, yeah.
It is Zolder, isn't it? And
we're back with... We lied to everybody thinking it was Winton because Gary said it was, and everybody believed him, but apparently it's not.
Yeah, well, Gary doesn't count anymore. So we're back in 2 weeks' time with this series from Knockhill, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So it's time to close the broadcast. Big thanks to all the racers tonight for putting on the show, everybody that joined in on the chat, and of course Simability, our series sponsor. I shall say good night and let Pete say good night. Then we'll close the broadcast because obviously I now need to go and give Tony Kloosterman some coaching on how to drive the V8s. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching and stay safe.
Yeah, night, everybody. It's been great tonight. Look forward to seeing you all at Knockhill and on Wednesday for the TCRs. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK, or if you're getting one anyway.